Welcome everybody. Peace of Christ to all of you. I hope my voice coming good and clear. Uh, I hope today we'll have a good time together and we will learn something useful. As usual, we are going live in 3 locations, in Rumble, in YouTube, and in Discord. Now, Discord is for the ones who would like to join us in the conversation, which is going to be a Muslim. So if you are a Muslim, you'd like to join us, please feel free. You know, always you hear from Muslims, like, you know, what Muslim they call Muhammad, they call him Prophet Muhammad, right? But if you check the prophecies Muhammad he said, you will find out that all the prophecies the Muslim they brag about, it's a fabrication. In fact, they prove Muhammad to be a false prophet. The very same prophecy they claim it is making Muhammad a prophet. And today we are going to prove that to you. Do we have any Muslim would like to join us? Do we have any Muhammadan would like to join us? Only Muslims, please. In the front of us, we have Muslim website. And those website, they are making articles about the Prophet Muhammad and his prophecy. The prophecies of a Prophet Muhammad, proofs of a prophethood series. Hilarious and funny and even silly. The prophecies they are talking about will doom Muhammad. The second will examine them. Do we have, and by the way, if you want to see the screen, you can join either Rumble or YouTube in order to see the screen. I will not share the screen here in Discord unless we have a Muslim he join us and he need to see and read with us. Do we have any Muhammadan would like to join us? Career ending debate. Who wanna come to the mic? He is a Muslim. Either you end my career or we end the career of Muhammad. Anyone? Anyone? Any Muslim would like to debate me? Either you end my career, claiming that I know Islam very well, get me busted, or we will end the career of Muhammad, prove that Muhammad is a false man. Any Muhammadan? If you remember last week, we have a bunch of Muhammadans who join us and miserably they fail. And most of them, they speak Arabic very well. But it doesn't matter how much you claim that you have knowledge. It doesn't matter how much you try to play games with us. We will get you busted. And there is a reason for that. Because you are defending a false man. It's not because you are not smart or I am smarter. You know, at the end of the day, you know, Muhammad is a false man. You cannot fix that. What the Muhammadan they do, they try to duct tape Muhammad. Oh, sorry for that. I had to step away from the microphone. That's it. So, if there is any Muhammadan would like to join us in Discord, who is a Muhammadan would like to destroy my claims and prove that Muhammad is a prophet? Muhammad is a prophet like Joseph Smith? No, we cannot say he's the same. I mean, Joseph Smith, even though he's a false prophet, he is way better quality than Muhammad. I mean, we cannot compare. You know, both are false prophet, yes, but we cannot compare. Muhammad is very low person, you know, very low. Free Palestine? Okay. Well, I don't know. You look like your God Allah, he is against that. In the Quran, chapter 5, verse 21, it says Allah commanded the Jews to kill all the Palestinians. Your God is a Zionist, man. Free Palestine boy. Why you don't put a sign says, damn you, Allah, who command the Jews to kill the Palestinians? And why he command to kill the Palestinians? Because those Palestinians are thieves and they stole the land from the Jews. It's in front of you. It's in the Quran. Do we have any Muhammadan? You know, those Muslims and hippies and homosexual and queer. I find it very, very nice that the Hamas is defended by a queer. I mean, that is a very serious army. And that is telling you how desperate the Muhammadan are, to the point they are seeking protection from the queer. So now, can we say, may Allah and the queer protect you, brother? Do we have any Muhammadan would like to join us? We are live on air. And as you see, the number of people in YouTube are very small, which is very normal, you know. As I said to you, you know, you guys, if a Muslim, he go live in channel, he will have a couple of thousand people watching. Even if a Christian, he go live, you know, just because they open their camera, you know, they will have way more view than us. People are looking for entertainment. I'm not surprised. I know this fact. It's not new. Any Muhammadan? YouTube is a pro-Islamist? No, it's not about they are being pro-Islamist. YouTube, you know, is an a company run by atheists, and atheists, they hate Christianity, and because Islam is evil, so they found Islam very much suitable. Anything is against Christianity, they support. You know, it's like the enemy of my enemy is my friend. That's all. The same as the stupid Netanyahu when he supported Hamas in Syria, because they are the enemy of Hezbollah. That's how stupid he is. So, but at the end of the day, both of them, they want to kill you. So YouTube, you know, atheist organization, company, and we know their size. Somebody saying to me, you will die by Muslims. Well, my friend, I am an army person, and I know how coward you are. Death will happen to everybody. Everybody here is dead anyway. But what you cannot prevent, that your prophet Muhammad is dead in the ground, and he is rotten, and his reputation is smelly, so bad, smelly, stinky, and my Lord is alive. So you will die, the same as Muhammad, right? All of us will die. But there's a difference between death and death. Your prophet, he died with shame. And you know, your prophet is very filthy to the point, you know, his reputation is so bad to the point he need people to defend him. You see, nobody can speak negative about Jesus. I do not need to defend Jesus. Like, can you say that Jesus is a child molester like Muhammad? Rapist? Thief? I mean, name one thing your prophet did is not filthy, trashy, low class. Do we have any Muhammadan? Who is a Muhammadan would like to join us? Any brave Muhammadan? We are live in Discord if you like to join us. I want to see a brave Muhammadan who can make a career ending for me. I'm a person who make fun of Muhammad, get him busted, make millions of Muslims see the truth, and tens of thousands of Muslims left Islam because of me. Who is of you, Muhammadan, dare to stand against me? I take your being quiet as a sign or a sign of acceptance of facts, right? Any Muhammadan Abdul? Are we dry today? There's no Abdul. Most of Muslims are going to the bar, especially in Europe. They are in the bar. Do you remember the guy? His name is Shamsi. He made a video speaking about how his Muslim friends, he was asking them to give a wallet of somebody because he is a Muslim and a watch. So they rob a Muslim guy in the street, and he says, you know, we are Muslim, we should not do that to each other. It's a perfect Islamic ethic. So now they are either in the bar or they are doing what they need to do at night. Any Muhammadan would like to join us? Anyone? Yeah, sorry, it's Friday. Yeah, it's Saturday. But it is going to be like, yeah. But in Europe already it's night time. Any Muhammadan would like to join us? Anyone? Who is a Muhammadan would like to prove to us that Muhammad is a prophet? You see, look at those articles. The prophecies of a prophet Muhammad, proofs of the prophethood series. All right. And there's an audio here, you know. And if we hear the audio, you will die laughing at the stupidity. But let us see. Here it says the Byzantine will rebound. You know, here you find one of the most funny prophecies of Muhammad, because he mentioned this prophecy after it happened. As an example, Muhammad, he said that the Roman, they lost and they will be victorious. Then if we check, we will find that this prophecy Muhammad, he made after the Roman became victorious. So imagine, I say that Trump, he win election in 2006, but we are in 2024. Very, very. And by the way, you will find that all the prophecies Muhammad they claim. I'm very grateful, by the way, that Muslims they wrote a lot of books about Muhammad, what he said, because this guy, he is a poo-poo machine. He's like Joe, you know, Joe bite me in the White House. This guy, each time he open his mouth, he make a poo-poo. He's a poo-poo machine. You see, Joe, if we wear his sunglasses and he don't talk, he would look like a president. You know, there's no problem with his look. I mean, to convince you that he is a serious man. But the second he start talking, you know, you have no idea what this guy is talking about. Like today is the you know, and as you know, like all of us, so like today is a very nice day. All of us like, okay, and I have 5 minutes left to talk, and you know, as you know, like yesterday I was speaking, and the topic of today is very important, and you know, I hope people they will enjoy such an occasion, which you know. And yeah, thank you. The one is there is saying hello, Joe. Yeah, thank you guys for any. There's no more questions. I have to go. This is Joe making a speech. Now, when Muhammad he make a speech, you will die laughing. Who wanna prove me wrong? Any Muhammadan? If Muhammad talk about God and Joe talk about God, you know the thing. You know, like the thing. You know, we are all created by the you know the thing. He can't even remember the word God no more. So do we have any Muhammadan who believe in the thing? Let us see if we have a Muslim. I'm not sure. Hello,
Uh, Hi, can you hear me?
I do hear you. Are you a Muslim?
Not really. I'm a Buddhist actually. I'm from Sri Lanka. So,
Okay.
actually, when I was in the internet, I saw a video of you. You were, I think it was a debate. You were arguing with also a Sri Lankan, and he's a Muslim. So he told about something like in Buddhism, prostitution is okay, something like that. So I wanted to talk about that. I mean, in the title it says something
Uh,
about Islam. So,
my friend, I don't understand really what you want me to do. You have a friend, he is a Muslim in Sri Lanka, you said?
no, actually, I saw a video of you arguing with a Sri Lankan Muslim,
Okay.
and in that video, you said something about Buddhism, like, and you said that prostitution is okay in Islam, in Buddhism.
Yeah.
So,
It is not?
well, who told you that? I mean, we
Well,
don't do that.
yeah, well, like Hindus and Buddhists, they share a lot of things as a teaching. Even they share a lot of what's so-called script or scriptures. So, as an example, for the Hindus, a man he can sleep around, women she cannot. And here you see the hypocrisy. They are like the same as Muhammadan. So, a married woman she have to keep her faith, loyal to her husband, but the husband he don't have to. And I do not need to prove to you that Hinduism or Buddhism allow prostitution. You need to just go for 2 hours trip to Thailand, and you will see how the priest he walk around collect donation from prostitutes, and he never rebuke any. I never saw any. I saw prostitutes making money from prostitution, giving the monks. I saw monks going to prostitutes stores, which is like bars. They stand in the front of the bar, and then the prostitute they go and they kneel in the front of them, and they give them money. So if Buddhism does not allow prostitution, what is that then?
I mean, first of all, Hinduism and Buddhism, they don't share the same scriptures. So, first of all,
No,
and
first, no, they have
in,
they have the same roots, and you are mistaken. You have a lot of things you share together. In fact, I believe they are at the end of the day they are one religion. Even you have different names or etc. But you have the same thing, and they are connected deeper roots.
actually, it's not. So, I mean, Hinduism is in India, Buddhism is
Okay, my
in
friend, my
Sri
friend,
Lanka.
my friend. Okay, I don't know about Sri Lanka, but what I know that Buddhist countries who the majority are Buddhist prostitution is all over. It look like it's nothing in the culture. The culture encourage it. It's not against it. It's not does not condemn it. Same time, all we know that culture always is get attached to religion. Now, can you show me from your scriptures? Can you quote for me a name of a book where it says prostitution is forbidden?
Can, but thing is,
No, no,
I
no.
don't have the
I don't want
digital
you. I don't want you to give
scriptures.
my friend. I don't want you to give me speech. I want you to correct me. I'm not a scholar in Buddhism. I did not claim so. But if do you have any scriptures, you can give me the name of the book and the link, and I will open the page and I will open the book where it says that prostitution is a big sin. Do you have such a thing?
I have a book. I mean, we have several actually, but all of them are in Sinhala, and all of them are. I have literal hard copies, so I don't know how to uh, provide you with a
You
link.
have a
So
book.
like,
What
again,
is that a book written by somebody or a book considered as a holy book for you?
a holy book.
Holy book.
It's a book about
Okay. Ty-
yeah.
type in the chat the name of the book in English and the page number, and if there's a chapter and the chapter number, and I will check it out.
Mm, well, thing
Because
is, I'm at my
I
door.
suspect there is such a thing exist in Buddhism. I don't think so.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm actually in my college right now, so I don't have that book with me. So I can give you like it's called Tripitaka, but the thing
My
is, the
friend,
idea is like Tripitaka,
so
but extreme
your
works.
religion, if you cannot give me, that means you approve it. The absence of the law is no law, which means it's okay. If I say you know, if I never mention that prostitution is forbidden, that means prostitution is okay. People, they do as they wish. So the absence of the law is an approval of the act. So I'm asking you for the last time, do you have a scripture says there is a penalty or a punishment for someone who do prostitution? Yes or no?
Yeah, penalty. We have penalties, and I mean, we have sins and we have good
This
deeds
is
in
not the
particular,
question.
and
Do you have, okay, my friend, you are wasting my time. Take care. So as you see, this is why prostitution flourished. Wearing this orange sheet, and he accept to take money from a woman. She make her money from her vagina. He is the whore, not her. So your monks are acting like whore. This is why in Buddhist countries prostitution flourish. I saw once actually a Buddhist monk. He was watching two women, three, four women, prostitute. They were fighting, beating each other. He stand as if he saw nothing. He did not even get involved to stop the fight. Those Buddhist monks are businessmen like Muhammad. Sex, money, and no work. What is their job exactly? What they do for a living? They go around and take money and food from poor people. Anyway, uh, not to mention how silly, stupid it is. I mean, like, you know, I saw people putting food in front of toys. There's a bunch of toys, you know, in the temple, and there is an elephant and a giraffe, and a horse. Elephant have many faces, whatever, and you know, and they put the apples or they put orange, and somebody put soup, and somebody. I mean, obviously, Buddhism is just another stupid cult. Mental, you know, you have to be really weak in your IQ to believe in such a cult. If you want God to be happy, bring me falafel right now. I will talk to Buddhas and he will forgive all your sin. Even Buddha himself was a bad person. You know, they keep talking about Buddha, how he is. Go check it out. Go read his stories. This guy, I don't know why in the world this person became like, Buddhist, you know, like, okay. And then when you check the history of this Buddhist, you will see how bloody it is. And we are talking about the monks. The one who created martial art is the monks, is not even the warriors. Anyway, we go back to our topic. Do we have any Muhammadan? Any Muhammadan would like to join us? Mayday, Mayday. Anyone? Yeah, isn't it funny you see people giving food to toys? What the heck? Give it to someone who's poor. You have extra food. Toys don't eat food. What will happen? And the flies all over the place. I mean, I mean, your God is there. You put the food there, the flies will come. Cockroaches. Do we have any Muhammadan? Who is a Muhammad that would like to join us? No Muhammadan? We got excited. We thought a Muhammadan would join us. It turned to be he is a Buddhist. The most powerful martial art created by IDF? I don't know, my friend. Martial art, it have a time, but today who care about your martial art? A little kid with a little gun can take you down even if you are a giant. The days of martial art is a potato. It's gone. Calculator.
Oh yeah, well, can you hear me?
I hear you. Are you a Muslim?
I'm not. I'm an ex-Muslim though.
All right.
Since,
But why you left Islam, my friend? What's wrong?
I was never really Muslim like that,
But isn't it
but
is
I
but
started.
isn't it Islam is so beautiful?
Yeah, my dad used to tell me stories when I was younger about how like he just gave me Torah stories essentially, saying how people used to live till 900, and there was like I don't know, just random stories. But I never really believed it. I just read the Quran whenever I needed to, prayed whenever I needed to. I never really believed it though.
So why you decide to leave Islam?
I was thinking about Jesus Christ because I don't know. I just thought about Jesus Christ one day, and I was thinking like, this guy. I never looked into this guy. I looked into Islam, Buddhism. I was atheist for a really long time, but I looked into Jesus Christ, and I don't know. I started. It was very touching to say the least.
Well, happy for you, my friend. Anything you want to say to
Yeah.
us?
Yeah. I was gonna ask you a question. Where is the hadith about what the women will do in heaven? I've been looking for that for so long. I have all the other hadiths tracked down to
What
like argue
women will
against
do in
Muslims.
heaven? Well, there's tons. I
Yeah,
mean, there's endless numbers. So if you want like reference, you can get my book, Sex and Allah. It's two books, and there's endless. This is the whole topic is about women and men, what they will do in heaven. You know?
and one more thing before I leave, real quick.
Yeah.
There was a specific hadith. I don't know if you'll know the number. I wouldn't expect you to, but it was about how women will like suck dick. Can I say that
We don't want
or
to
no?
use that.
Yeah, my bad. They would just like suck and do the boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
That's all they'll do. I remember you talking about it specifically. I was looking for it and I couldn't find it.
The hadith doesn't mention details in description. You mention it, but this is what the women are in heaven to do to their job is to satisfy the man sexually and whatever that mean. However,
Yeah,
I think you are referring for a video was mentioned by a sheikh. He was explaining a hadith about what the Virgin will do to you when you go to heaven. They will start sucking you. They will be fighting over sucking. Yeah. So yeah, actually, I can maybe I can give you the link.
okay.
I will try to find it for you so you can watch it. But I think it's in Arabic, so I don't know. You know Arabic?
No, unfortunately, I know
Oh,
Turkish. I'm Turkish.
oh okay. Uh, all right. We will
But I
see.
was
Uh-huh.
okay. There was a YouTube channel on YouTube. I thought it was you the whole time. It's called Islam Education. I was like, yeah, this guy's going crazy or whatever, and I thought it was you, but you have your own YouTube channel called Christian Prince, and I was listening to Islam Education's video, which is essentially you, and you were talking about how it's not the Houris because the Houris are like they're not the women from Earth, right? They're like their own creation for the men in heaven in Islam, correct?
Mm-hmm. They are
Yeah, and the women on
supposedly
Earth.
supposedly they are a human too, but they are just made for sex.
Yeah, but the 72 Houris are not 72 women on Earth who were born on Earth and lived
No,
on
no,
Earth and
no.
then
Those
died on
are
Earth. They're
those
like,
are 72 is not an accurate number. 72 is the lowest reward for a Muslim, which means this is the bad Muslim, not the one who is a very decent believer. The one who is the
I thought
lowest.
it was the,
Yeah, 72 is the
I thought
lowest.
it was,
The higher you go, the heaven of Allah have 100 a floor. and the higher you go in the floors, because let us say you are Osama bin Laden, or you did kill many Christians or Jews, etc., or Hindus, that will make you go up in the floor, and that will increase your the number of women you will sleep with. However, the 72 women, each woman she have 7 maids, and every maid have 7 assistant, and every 7 assistant, each one of them, she have other 7 helper. All of those, they will sleep with the man. So if you calculate the numbers, you will end with thousands, even for the lowest.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That sounds ridiculous.
And there is tons of
is there any
videos.
further? Is there any hadith on specifically like the women on earth, like this is what you will be doing, not like the hori or whatever, that you can remember? Anyways, if you can, it's fine.
Well, there is
I'll shoot you
many
both.
hadith, but the Quran or the hadith don't favor the women on earth. It favor the women in heaven because they are way more pretty. And like now, when a Muslim woman she make her husband angry, the whore in heaven, she will shout at her, even though she cannot hear her. She will shout at her, and she says, "Why you are hurting him? He is just passing by." All right. So the women in the heaven, the whore, the one Allah made, they are way more quality to satisfy the need of the Muslim man. The women in the earth, they are not quality at all compared to them. Yeah.
Yeah.
We
And
can share
by
some.
the way, if there's like a Muslim who wants to get on, my
Yeah.
bad. If there's a Muslim on that wants to get on the stage, you can kick me off whenever. I don't really care.
No problem.
But I also have one.
Uh,
Because I was arguing with an imam. I was arguing with an imam, right? With my mom and her friend, and she's like, she wants to leave Islam. She knows it's whack, but she just doesn't have any proof. So I was arguing with the imam, and I brought up the topic of Aisha, and he said that she wasn't really 8 or 7 or whatever the age is in the hadiths. The reason why he said that is because the age was counted after somebody hit puberty. Why? Like, how do you even argue against that?
well,
This
this
is stupid.
is false.
No.
This is false. Do they say that their prophet he was 40 years when he became a prophet? Did they count that after puberty? I mean, since
Thank
when?
you.
I never heard of somebody that his age start whatever the woman. She never have such a thing. She is still 1 day old.
Yeah, no, I know it's ridiculous.
No, this is false.
So I asked him, I'm like, oh, how old was Muhammad? Yeah, and they just go, oh, well, Muhammad was whatever years old he was. So
yeah,
it's ridiculous.
Those who make those arguments is just trying to duct tape Muhammad. And Aisha, she said, I was 6 years old when I married Muhammad. So if this is true, that means Aisha, she married Muhammad after she have her puberty, as he said. But we have hadith saying that Aisha, she was playing with her toys when she was 14, and yet she didn't have her puberty yet. And this is more than 8 years after marrying to Muhammad. Plus, why a wife, she is playing with her toys if she is reaching the puberty? Plus, when Aisha and all the companion, they say she was 6, you need to ask the person where you get this is from, that women, they count their age after the time of a puberty. That is very, always when somebody says something to you, you have to get him busted and tell him, can you give me a reference? How you learn this idea that after they received or they got the age of a puberty, we count their age? Where you get this from? Can you show me a reference? And you will see then he have nothing to say. Yeah.
Random sheikh from Pakistan.
Well, no, this is
just
not
like a random person.
No, he knew his line, He knew, like, this guy,
No. His response.
yeah,
But there's like a delay, so I don't want to cut you off. But like
it's all right.
he said that, oh no, there's like scholars in the Muslim world who say that
No
this is how
problem.
age was recorded
No,
back in
no,
Islam.
no problem. Give us, because even the scholars, they have to get into that through reference. Like now,
Yeah.
if I want to say to you, I'm a scholar, let us say I'm a scholar in the Bible, but you need to say, okay, I say to you such a thing. You will say to me, can you show me where it says that in the Bible? So if I am a scholar, I have to back up what I say. This is what scholar mean. Scholar is someone have
Yeah.
knowledge, and his knowledge is something he learned about his religion. So where you learn this in your religion, this is a fabrication. And as you see, nowhere we find what they are claiming. All the hadith says it clearly that Muhammad, he did marry her at the age of 6, and he did full intercourse at the age of 9. At 6, he was fondling her, molesting her. At the age of 9, he did have intercourse. The mother of Aisha, uh, in the hadith, it says that she had to feed her. I don't know if you can see my screen. I will try to find you the hadith.
Cucumbers and dates, I know that one. So she can
Exactly.
get plump for Muhammad,
Yeah. So
which is just so filthy.
so if Muhammad, if the girl, she was really in the age of a puberty, how come she is so skinny and so small? And then the mother of Aisha, she had to feed her like a goat in order to be, ready for boom boom. So it's a very
Okay,
false argument Muslims they come with.
I got a weird question to ask you that ties in with this. Do you think Muhammad was just a really like socially smart? Because he when I mean socially smart, I don't mean that he's like a smart person, but he convinced everyone around him that he was like God's chosen prophet or whatever. Do you think he had an actual interaction with a demon, or was
No,
he
I don't.
just making everything up?
I believe Muhammad did not convince anyone, and we have a proof of that. As an example, Aisha, she said to Muhammad, "You who claim to be a messenger of Allah," and then other place she said, "I see that your God he rushed into your desire, Muhammad." She meant sexual desire. Umar al-Khattab, he said, "قد هجر الرسول," which means Muhammad he lost his mind, he's mentally ill, and he was commanding Muhammad to do things. And we know we have reference from Muslims themselves saying that only 70 people, most of them, they are his slaves, they believe in Muhammad, which means the white men and their slaves. The slaves, they don't count because they force them, they follow always the religion of the master, so they don't have their own choice. So Muhammad, he spent long time, he could not convince even 70, and most of them, they are even slaves who have no choice to believe or not. If we check who are those who migrate with Muhammad from the free men and women, we will find that they are very, very few. And the reason for that wasn't really because Muhammad was convincing. As an example, Omar and Abu Bakr, they side with Muhammad because they have, a marriage relationship with him. So they have no choice but to join Muhammad. Ali is the same. He married the daughter of Muhammad. So it was a family business more than it was a convincing. Muhammad is a big stupid idiot. He could not convince anyone. In fact, there's a hadith says, Muhammad said, if 10 of the Jews convert to Islam, only 10, the rest of the Muslims will convert. So he failed even to convert 10 Jews. 10.
Can you give me the reference to that if you don't mind? If
Yeah.
you have it, if you don't, it's fine.
Yeah, it's a screen. And the Muslims, they lie in the translation. They say among their chiefs. That's false. What the chiefs? They don't have 10 chiefs. They have one chief. Same. So it says had only 10 Jews. Nowhere it says chiefs. Accepted Islam, the rest will convert. But he could not even make 10 Jews. But later, when Muhammad he conquered the Jews, he forced many Jews to say Shahada or die. You know. So Muhammad never he just a stupid fool. And we can prove that easy. He could not convince anybody. This is why you see in the Quran, the Arab, they kept making fun of the Quran, saying this is nothing but a silly fairy tale. So if Muhammad was convincing and the Quran was amazing as the Muslim they claim, all those verses is the Arab making fun of the Quran. So he could not convince them by the word of God. How he can convince them by the word of him?
Right.
Yeah. We have a session. Are you a Muslim session? Session. Are you a Muslim? Session. Are you a Muslim? I don't know. He muted himself. We hope he will be back. So yeah. So as I say, Muhammad, he could not convince anybody, and the Arab. You know, this is one of the funny things. The Muslim, they lie. They say that the Quran was amazing. Well, if it was amazing, why the Arab in the time of Muhammad they laugh at it? All those verses, you can
Yeah.
check them one by one.
Do you believe that he actually had like a demonic encounter in that cave though?
I don't
When he
know
was
really. I wasn't. I mean, you know, what I know that Muhammad for sure suffering from mental illness. There's no question about that. Let us say he is a fool who became successful in the best scenario.
yes.
Yeah.
I
And
believe he was successful though with what he
no,
wanted to do.
he was successful to spread his people to believe in him at the end of the day. But
Yeah.
he was not successful in his lifetime because simply he died horribly. People hated him. He forced people to convert to Islam, and you can imagine how many people were cursing him every day in their heart, even though they don't dare to say it by their mouth because he is a very filthy man. So, like the same as I say, well, a terrorist, he is successful to kill, but he is not successful to make people love him.
And because I argue with Muslims, and some of the proofs that they give me that the Quran is like a miracle or whatever, they bring up scientific proofs that the Quran predicted that the Big Bang essentially, and that Earth has like a rotation, or that everything rotates around back in like 632. And do you understand what I'm saying? I might not be making that much sense, but
Yeah, but
that
you know the fact is, when the Muslim they mention those things, you can go and read it, and you will see that the Quran is making a stupid statement. If the Muslim believe in the Big Bang is a theory, is not a fact. Number one. Number two, this is the verse they show, chapter 21, verse number 30, and it says here, "Don't the disbelievers see? Don't they see?" Like the translation here says, "Haven't those who disbelieve known?" So it is something they knew. In fact, in Arabic it says they see. So he's not talking about Big Bang, he's talking about something we know and something we saw already. So don't the disbeliever knew that the earth and the heaven they used to be one and we separated them? This is because Muhammad is a stupid fool. He claimed that the earth was with the sky connected, and then Allah he raised up the sky. This is why you will see the Quran saying the following, that the sky become a roof, and this roof Allah he lifted up.
it's ridiculous. There was one though in the Quran. It was
If you
how
here
like
see,
space expands.
if you see here
I
the roof,
yeah, I'm driving. My bad. I'm driving. I can't see anything.
okay. Well, you should be careful, my friend.
I'm good. I'm good.
Any claim the Muslim they claim about miracles and about etc. All we have the books, their books, which is going to prove them to be false, and their statement is false. So according to the Quran, Allah he made the sky a roof, and then the Muslim they will make an article saying, "See, this is talking about the
Space
atmosphere,
or something.
the atmosphere."
Yeah.
You know, no, it is the sky who is protected, not the earth. So nobody can go to the sky. It's not the opposite. So as an example, the Quran make it clear that nobody can go up to
Yeah,
the
I know that
sky.
yeah, they can't leave Earth's atmosphere, and if they try to, Allah will like burn them or something, right?
Exactly. Allah will shoot them, you know. And this
Yeah,
is
but
again,
I was watching that video of the argument you had with somebody about that verse. In that verse, it does say if Allah allows them. So their excuse will be like, "Oh,
no,
Allah
no,
allowed us.
no,
That's why we
no,
left the
no,
atmosphere."
no, no. It doesn't say that. The verse is speaking about you cannot go without authority. And the verse
Yeah,
is so
yes,
clear, he is challenging them. It's so clear. Allah is challenging them. It says you have no power. And if you try, because how we know that he is challenging them and they cannot, he will shoot them in the verse after it. Right?
yeah. But it does say
Allah
authority without my authority. So
would
the Muslims will argue that Allah gave them the authority to
no,
leave.
no, because Allah will shoot them, the one who have authority, only angels and prophets.
Ah, okay, that's
Yeah.
what it says in there.
And the verse is so clear. You cannot go without my approval, and try, and you will see I will send against you both heat and fire and brass. So the verse is so clear that if you try, and you will not escape. It's so clear, and you will not escape. But Muhammad, he never thought that, you know, time will come and a human being will be able to go to the space.
There's another thing involving space. It was saying that like during the end times, the moon and the sun will collapse into one another. That just doesn't make any sense, even if it was true, because it wouldn't do anything.
You know, it's not about what makes sense or what makes sense, because, you know, if God decide to do so, that will happen. Why not? But Muhammad, all his prophecies about anything, including astronomy, proven to be stupid and false and funny. And that's why we are waiting for any Muslim to come and join us and give us any of his prophecy so we can see and check them out. You know?
They're too scared to debate you, man. They're too scared.
Well,
You're too good at this.
you know, I'm not, you know, I'm using their books. They have to debunk their books, not me. That's why they don't want to debate, because they argue with someone who do not know. But if you show them from their books that what they are saying is false, like here, what kind of God he says such a thing that you cannot go, and why? You know what the challenge is about. You know, oh, a company of jinn and men, if you have power to penetrate all regions of the heaven and the earth. First of all, the Quran teaching us false information about where we are. We are in fact in heaven right now, because what the heaven here in the Arabic, it doesn't say the word heaven. It says samawat. Samawat means sky, and the earth is just a dust in the sky. We are in the sky. We are like a big spaceship in the sky. Correct?
I guess. Yeah.
So if somebody want to say to me, you know, go to the sky, what sky? We are in the sky. So if Allah is speaking of science, his science is funny and silly. And then when the Quran says that the sky became a roof, protected roof, and nobody can pass into that roof, and then we find in the same stupid Quran that genies, they even steal information and spy at Allah. How you made it clear that if somebody try to you know, to go to the heaven, you will shoot him, and then we will find that there is genies or shaitan. They go to heaven and they steal information, and they hear the command of Allah and they tell it to the fortune teller. So Muhammad here is trying to fabricate another story, claiming that fortune teller, they have a true information. And how they get it? They got it from a genie shaitan who go to the space, he spy at Allah, he read Allah giving command for the future, he listen to it, he come back to the fortune teller, he tell him what will happen tomorrow, and this is how the fortune teller, they knew what will happen to you. But all of us, we know that fortune teller, they are not fortunate unless there is a fool coming and pay them some money. You know?
Or Satan. I honestly believe that there's some demonic thing happened to this guy. Seriously.
Yeah, no problem. But I'm talking about fortune teller. Like
Yeah.
I saw them in many countries. They make good business. But a fortune teller, if he really can tell the fortune, the future, I mean, go and buy a lotto ticket. You will get rich tomorrow. As long you know the future, you do not need to sit in a place and they give you $2 to tell them read their hand. Just go buy the
Yeah.
ticket. You know what will happen tomorrow. Buy the number you like and get rich, and that's it. Buy the ticket every day. You know. So fortune teller, they are not really fortune teller unless there is a stupid person who is looking for someone to scam him, and those people exist everywhere. Yeah.
And I have one more question. That because every time I argue with a Muslim, they're like, the Bible is corrupt and the Torah is corrupt. What I'm confused with is what Injil or Bible or Torah was Muhammad holding and praying to?
Well,
They
this
can't answer that.
this section have many options this is actually, I call it self-defeat, because when the Muslim they say the Torah and the Injil is corrupted, in fact he is throwing rocks at his God, because the Quran claims that Allah is the one who sent down the Torah. Then,
Yeah.
if Allah is the one who sent the Torah, it is the duty of who to protect the book of God? It's God. So what the
Yeah.
Muslim they are saying to us that they have a God, his name is Allah. He sent books, but he could not protect it. So how in the world that is something against me? This is against you, because you just told me that your God he sent 124,000 messenger. Each one of them have a book, and then Allah he was able to rescue one book. And then we check the Quran, we will find that thousands of verses are missing. In fact, the thumbnail of my videos in YouTube and Ramble is about a Muslim sheikh. He is making fun of the Quran they have today, and he is saying the Quran we have is incomplete. And what we have inside, most of it is garbage, is not really Quran. So if we check the facts, we will find that the Quran, according to Muslims, there is a holes in the narrative, Sunni and Shia. So both of them they agree that the Quran is a fraud. And for me, I don't try to prove the Quran to be corrupted, because that will be silly of me to do so. Because you cannot, there's no point of proving a fraud to be corrupt. I mean, if Muhammad is a fraud, I will say the Quran is corrupt. What does that mean? I mean, the Prophet himself is a fraud. So I don't go in that direction. However, if a Muslim wanna go in that direction, we can debunk his statement very easy. The Quran says, as an example, that corruption of the book is a change in the location of the word.
Change in the location.
Of
When
the
you said
words.
it, like,
Huh?
of the words.
Yeah. Like in chapter 4, verse number 46, and chapter 5, verse number 13, and chapter 5, verse number 41, all of them they are saying, it's saying that the corruption is by changing the location of the words. So if you change the location of the words, you are corrupting the book. And if you go and read the story behind it, you will find that a Jew, he put his finger over a verse. He did not change the Torah. He just covered a statement about stoning to death. That was the verse here, speaking about changing the location of verses. But you notice that all the Quran and all the Muslims agree that the Quran, all of it, is nothing but a process of a change in location of verses. As an example, the Muslim they claim that the first chapter Muhammad he received is where the angel told him to read. And that chapter now in the Quran is all the way at the end. It is chapter 96. So if this is the first chapter Muhammad he received, and he did not give him a chapter, by the way. I mean, those Muslims, they gave them names, they make them chapter, trying to make a book like the Bible. Otherwise, the Quran never have verse number and chapter number. This is always a joke. But
It's
when
not
the
even chronological order.
no,
Like,
never exists.
doesn't
There's no verse number and chapter number. This is false. But when they try to make a book, they try to make it look like the Bible, because the Bible is very much organized in details.
Yeah.
So you can find something in 2 seconds. So the Quran was trying to make a copy like the Bible, But even that failed because look, this is a chapter 96. According to Muslim, this is chapter number 1. Who is the one who gave you the authority to change the location of the words of Allah? If Allah gave it to you as a first chapter, then it should be in page number 1 in the
Chapter
Quran.
1.
Exactly.
Ah, I see.
Yeah. But as you see, it's chapter number 96. So all those things, you know, is and even the story here, if you read it, you will see how silly and how stupid. Like suddenly a man, he came to Muhammad, he said to him, read. Muslim, they say Muhammad did not know how to read. So what the point of this stupid conversation? What we learn from it? Did Allah make Muhammad able to read as a miracle? Like they say, he said to him, read. Muhammad did not know how to read. Allah told him, read. So Muhammad ended reading? No, still he cannot read.
Yeah,
So the whole
Allah would
conversation,
know that he knew.
yeah, the whole conversation is stupid. And then it says here, Allah, he created the man from a clot, which is stupid because who in the world want to believe that a human being is created from a clot? Dead blood. That is stupid.
Yeah.
And the second mistake,
They say that's a leech.
Allah, he taught everything by the pen, but Muhammad himself did not know how to write, how to read. I mean, how he taught you by the pen? Allah, he taught you by the pen. And then the one you are talking to, you do not know how to use the pen, and he do not know how to read, isn't even his name? So how it
I should have had a resume open for people.
no, this is stupid. I mean,
The worst guy.
if I say to you, I, Allah, taught by the pen, that's mean Allah is speaking about how he is teaching people. But the prophet he is talking to, he do not know how to use the pen, neither he can read his name. So how he taught us by the pen? So the whole story is just stupid. So by the pen, and he taught the man what he do not know. And then if we check the Quran, we will find Allah, he taught us that the sperm became a dead blood clot, and then the blood became a lump, and the lump became bones, you know, and then the bones at the end covered by the flesh. Is that how what God he taught us in Islam? Yes, but this is silly. Or the
In
women
that
should
verse,
have
oh my bad.
it's all right.
That verse 23:14. When I translate the Arabic from like I use Google Translate, it says leech. I know that's not what it actually means, but can you clarify that?
Well, no, this is a false translation. Like, you know, they made a conference. They brought a guy from Canada, his name Dr. Morse, and they gave him a good check, and they gave him false translation of the Quran. And then they start spreading what Dr. Morse he said. He says, I'm amazed that the Quran is speaking about that, like when the egg attached to the womb will become like a leech. But this is a false translation. Nowhere it says like a leech. It says like a clot. And all what you need to do is just to change the translator, and then you will find how the Muslims they lie. We will not use even a Christian translation. Actually, this website does not have any Christian translation. All is Muslim translation. You will see that the translation is so clear. And I will show you the most terrorist translation, Hilali Khan from Pakistan. It says, and we made the nutfa into a clot between bracket, a piece of thick coagulated blood, as you see. So where is the leech they are talking about? This is a dead leech, yes, as a blood, dead blood, but not
What's
like
the
a
word?
leech.
What's the Arabic? Can you say it?
Alaqa.
Alaq. Yeah. So they'd say the Muslims I'd argue with. They're like alaqa means there's three definitions for it. One of them is like blood clot. Another's just like a clot, and then they say the third definition of that word is leech, and they just go with leech every time.
We can prove if this is what it's mean or not from the hadith. So I can go right now and you will see Muhammad again making poo-poo. Dr. Muhammad, suddenly Muhammad became astronomer, doctor, he knows everything. So Muhammad, he made it so clear by what he meant by alaqa. First of all, Muhammad, he claimed the stages of how the baby is made. And if you read all those stages, you will see proving that Muhammad is a fraud. So according to Muhammad, as an example, in the stages, the dead blood will become the semen will become dead blood, and then the dead blood will become a lump, and then the lump became a bone, and then the last thing Allah decide if it's going to be male or female, and that alone is enough to prove that Muhammad is a fraud. And this is another example. This is a Sahih hadith. Muhammad claimed that this is the process of creating the baby, as you see. So he said, a drop of semen remain in the womb for 40 or 45 nights, and then the angel come, and the process of creation will start. This is alone again prove Muhammad to be fraud, because semen, we do not need to collect semen. Only one will activate the egg, and no, woman is not collecting semen, and the semen can live maximum of 5 days, not 45 days.
And the verse doesn't even mention the egg or it becoming a zygote or anything like that.
Yeah, it says the
It just goes
semen,
from sperm to
the
blood.
semen, as you see, a drop of discharge, i.e., a semen. O Lord, a clot. O Lord, a piece of a flesh. So according to Muhammad, the semen itself became a clot. The clot became a piece of a flesh, and then at the end, Allah decide if it's going to be male and female. When in fact, we know by science today that the semen itself will decide right away if the baby will be male or female. It's not the last thing. It is something already determined from the beginning. So all those explaining by Muhammad, proving Muhammad to be a false man.
And how do you say this word? Is it mufakafta? How do you say it properly? I think you know what I'm talking about.
Which one?
Mufakafta or whatever. It's like I don't want to be too vulgar, but before the girl is able to
Mufakhada.
mufakhata, yeah.
Yeah,
Where is that written anywhere?
Fandal.
Yeah, fondle.
Yeah. Well, Aisha, she was, in the house of Muhammad. And this word is used many times. Even if Aisha, after she have her period, Muhammad, he used to do that. So the hadith says, as an example.
And could you give me the book that it's from and the number just this one time, if you don't mind? Because I want to show people when I'm arguing with them that like this mufakafta thing is actually
Aisha, she said, Allah would fondle me while I was fasting, and he had the most control among you of his limb. His limb is talking about his penis. So here you see how funny and how silly it is. This statement here, how somebody is fasting and he is so good in controlling himself. I mean, if you are controlling yourself, you absence from doing it. I mean, it's just a few hours and you can do whatever you want in Islam. So how he is fasting and now he is putting his private part between her legs, and this is during the time of fasting, you know.
Could you give me the number or the hadith to that, please?
This is Jami' al-Tirmidhi, hadith number 728, and this is Sahih.
What was the number again, real quick?
728 at-Tirmidhi.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Yeah. All right, my friend. Thank you for joining us. Maybe we can get another Muslim. He's an ex-Muslim.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us.
I just got this school too. Hey, thank you, man. You're doing God's work. Truly, you're blessed, man.
Thank you.
You're a good guy.
Thank you.
And I don't know how to leave the state. Oh, there it is. Okay. Take it easy, Christian Prince. God bless you, man.
Take care.
You're a beautiful soul. Peace. Bye bye. Love you.
Hello.
Yes, Scope.
My friend, she is a Muslim. She will come in about like an hour maybe when her parents go to sleep because she's scared actually that they will hear her talking to you.
Well,
I just want to say she's not like knowledgeable about Islam, so like don't debate with her about it. She just want to ask a question about the Bible and such things. So when she come, like I will raise my hand as well, so I'll tell you that this is her and stuff like that.
Well, I don't know if we will be here for another hour, but I hope before before we leave, she will show up. We will see. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Do we have any Muhammadan would like to join us? You know, by the way, Muslims, when your prophet, he said that semen stay in the womb for 45 days, I think he was talking about my semen. Yeah, because you know what happened? I will tell you where this is coming from. Even this word is coming from because of me. So I was in the sea, you know, and I used to do fishing, so they call me seaman. That was me. And I was in my mother womb for more than 45 days, I assure you. I mean 45 days, Muhammadan, the semen stay there. Isn't it obvious that your prophet is a potato? You can go right now and check, and you will find that semen can live maximum of 5 days, maximum. So what, Muhammad? He have only 40 days mistake. Not a big deal. Okay, Sashin, go ahead.
So I am following you from since 1 year, and
All
good
right.
to hear you. So many debates heard through your YouTube channel. It's really good. So I had a few questions. Recently, I completed reading the Gospels, the Mark,
Are you a
Luke,
Are you a
Matthew.
Muslim?
No, I'm not. I'm Christian.
All right. But you know,
Yeah.
I
So
have for some reason difficulty to understand what you are saying. If you try to speak more clear, you know, I have accent, you
yeah,
have accent, so you know we have to be careful. Go ahead. What do you want to say to me?
yeah. So I have recently completed reading the Gospel. So the Mark, Luke, New Testament, I would say. The Old Testament has recently started, so I have few doubts in the Old Testament. In the Old Testament, we had this violence of
My friend,
circumcision.
my friend, I don't understand you. Sorry, I apologize. I have really difficult, hard time to understand you. All right.
Is it audio not clear, or I mean, my accent? I'm
I
not
don't
able to
think
get
it's
it.
your fault. I think I am not able to understand your accent. It's too difficult for me. It's not about
Oh,
you.
is it?
It's about me. Anyway, our program here is about Islam. I don't want to change it to be talking about the Bible, but I don't mind if somebody asks me a question. However, we prefer to keep our topic in what we are here for. There's many channels, there's many places. If you have a question about the Bible, you can search. There's many interpretation. They can help you. Here, I would like to do what nobody can do. My specialty is Islam. The
Yeah,
Bible,
all right. Yeah.
The Bible explanation. There's many Christians. Maybe they can even do better job, even than me, for many reasons. First, English is not my language, and
Okay.
the Bible is a very deep topic, and you need
Mm-hmm.
really to be equipped with the language you want to explain it with. The Bible
Okay.
is not the same as the Quran, silly, stupid books.
Yeah, I know.
So it is like when you read about as an example, Jesus speaking on the Mount of Olive. Uh, it's not, you know, it's not just a statement. I can read it for you, and you can read it better than me in English. But in order to live it, uh, you know, you can do way better by having the skill of the language. Like when Jesus says, "Love your enemy," it's just you know, a few words. It's not much, you know. Love your enemy, but that word alone,
Yeah.
that sentence alone, I can make a book about it. And if I have the good skills of language, whatever language I will speak, I can make a lot of beautiful speeches about
Mm-hmm.
one sentence of Jesus because it touched
Yeah.
everything we need in our life. It solved many
Mm-hmm.
problems for our life. You know, one verse can make us live better. Can we make even can involve our economy? Because you know, every country. I am assuming you are from India, right?
Yes.
India is a poor country, generally speaking. Yet, but they have to spend billions of dollars for military. But India need more schools, more you know jobs, more accommodation, more universities, more hospitals. But we have necessity of defending ourselves. So what we do, we have no choice but to spend a lot of money. But if the whole world practice one sentence of Christ, love your enemy, there's no enemy left. And security
Yeah.
is not an issue. All of us, number one issue for us in life is security. Securing your window, securing your door, securing your health insurance, securing your income, securing. One sentence of Jesus can make this earth heaven if we practice it. So this is how different between the teaching of Christ and the teaching of the stupid Muhammad. Muhammad was busy making stupid stories, like the lizard is talking, and the lizard he was blowing wind at Abraham, and the enemy of Allah is the lizard because he was trying to kill Abraham, and the frog we should not kill the frog because the frog when he speak he worship Allah. All those stupid things Muhammad was busy with, while Jesus was teaching us what we need to succeed and live a better life. Muhammad was busy telling us stupid fiction stories. It doesn't even fit with the brain of a kid. He is 5 years old. This
Yep.
is why the Bible need really a good skills in language. I'm not saying I can't explain the Bible, absolutely not. But I wish I speak a better language because I feel always that I did not give the Word of God its value
Mhm.
because of my disability, not because the disability of the Word of God.
Yeah. No, I have a basic question is, in the Old Testament, we have, violence kind of tooth for tooth. Yeah, they used to sacrifice the lamb. In the New Testament, in the modern, now currently we don't follow that. Is it any specific reason? Why do we do
Well,
that?
the very simple reason that the sacrifice people they do, supposedly it's about, our sin. So your sin,
Mhm.
you do like when Abraham himself, he,
Mhm.
he was going to sacrifice his son because
Yeah.
simply he knew if he refused, that will be a big sin in the eye of God to disobey. But God don't want Abraham to sacrifice his son really, and he was just seeing how far Abraham can go with obedience to God. Like, what if I ask him to kill his son? Is he willing to do it? Abraham, he was willing to go all the way to the end in order, and his son obeyed too. So the son and the father both they were obedience. The son he did not say no, God you cannot, Father you cannot kill me. The son and the father both they agree, they have no problem with it, obedient to God. So sacrifice is a very important word in the Old Testament and the New Testament. In Christianity,
Mhm.
it have the same meaning as the meaning of Abraham sacrificing his son. But the difference is that if you read the story on Abraham, that God he sent a ram, and that ram was
Yeah.
sacrificed instead of Isaac.
Isaac.
So
Yeah.
in the New Testament, God he did the same thing, but this time he sent his only begotten son, and his begotten son was killed by those who don't believe in him. So this is why we Christians we believe that the biggest sacrifice is the sacrifice of Jesus. It's not us who
Yeah,
sacrifice
I got
him.
that.
It's not us
Yeah.
bringing Jesus and killing him as sacrifice to God. No, this is not what we believe. But Jesus himself, he sacrificed himself. So if there is a better sacrifice than this, there is none.
Mm.
So Jesus himself, he did what he needed to do to save us and to open the door for us to salvation. This is why our Easter is about Jesus. The
Yeah.
Jewish Easter is about sacrificing.
Yes. If you see in the Old Testament, we have the stoning to death as well, and that we don't have in New
Again,
Testament.
I don't understand you. You are speaking a little bit fast. So again, say what?
So in the Old Testament, we
Uh-huh.
have stoning to death, right, for adulterers if they do.
Uh-huh.
But in the New Testament, it says you should not look into it. Lustful thought. It is there, but it has been removed in the New Testament, right?
No. First of all, there's nothing removed, and nobody said such a
Okay.
thing. What
Mhm.
all what Jesus did, Jesus said, I came to fulfill, not to destroy. So the law in the Old Testament, it's not destroyed. But, remember, the law of the Old Testament, it was for a country. Their king is a prophet. So they were practicing the command of God, and the whole country is under religious command. It's not a civil command. The prophet himself is the king. The prophet himself is the judge. The prophet himself is the ruler. And the prophet himself, he is going by the command of God. So nothing is taken away from the New Testament. And if somebody says to you it's taken away, that's a lie. Jesus says clearly, I came to complete, not to destroy, which means it's still there. And then somebody will say to you, well, Jesus, when they brought a woman, she committed fornication. Jesus, he did not judge her. Well, Jesus, he saw the hypocrisy of the Jews. And the story there is so clear. He says, the one of you, he did not, commit sin, throw your rocks.
You can come
So
forward and
he knew
testimony.
each of them are guilty in the same crime. Obviously, they are fornicators too, but they are hypocrite. So in a society of fornicators, you cannot, you are not qualified to judge the fornicator because you are a fornicator too. So Jesus did not say to her, you can fornicate. Jesus said to her, I don't judge you, for God, he can forgive. And he said to her, go and sin no more. He didn't say, fornicate and don't worry about it. Nobody will judge you. I don't judge you. Go and sin no more. Same time, the story there's something missing in the story. They brought a woman. Where is the guy? Have you ever heard of a woman, she fornicate by herself? No way. So they are going after the weak person. Maybe the man, he is a rich man. Maybe he is a powerful man. So in society, which is not just, they go always after the poor person. Like in the Middle East, if you kill a human being and you are rich, the police, they put the case against unknown, just pay them some money. You pay the money to the family, they drop their charges. The rich man always get away with it. If a woman, she is from a big family and she is rich, and she is a whore, literally she fornicate with everybody. Nobody speak about her. But if a woman, she is poor, everybody will show her name in their mouth, and they will make fun of her, and they will spit at her. So, Jesus was examining their hypocrisy, that they claim to be men of God, but the fact they are men of privilege. So there's some have a privilege, so they can fornicate, they can kill, they can steal, they can rape, and they can get away with it. And if you are poor, all the law in the world come to you. Even like here in USA, if a person, he dropped one mail, if you are working as a post office person, and you drop the commercial, it's not even letter, you drop them in the garbage, you face up to 5 years in jail. Hillary Clinton, she dropped the whole server of document of government, which is not allowed to do it. She did not spend 1 day in jail. So even today, nothing changed. If you are rich, if you are powerful, if you are part of the gang, the mafia, you are very well protected. If you are poor, you will be in jail in 2 seconds and people will spit at you. So this is why Jesus is different. Everything Jesus did is very deep. It's not just words. There's way beyond the words and beyond saying the words. Most of Christians, sadly, they read it as a story, and not only that, some of them even they justify that Jesus is encouraging fornication. But this is absolutely false. Jesus says, if your eye fool you, will mislead you, it's better for you to unblock it and throw it away, better than go into hellfire. So Jesus never approved such a thing. But Jesus did not approve the hypocrisy.
Yeah, I mean, I recently heard your YouTube wherein you said the parables, if you read daily also, you learn something out of it. I mean, those are not simply parables. It helps you for your day-to-day life. It really helped me.
My friend, I told you, don't speak fast. I don't understand. I understand Barnabas.
No. I said,
Uh-huh.
when you said read the parables in the New Testament,
Uh-huh.
it will help you in the day-to-day life as well. Those are not just parables, it will help you, you said in one of your debate. I want to say that it really helped me. And one more question what I have is, so Jesus was circumcised. Why, I mean, Christians do not have that circumcision, what is it? Uh, uh, why don't we follow that circumcision? Yeah, since Jesus has been done,
Well,
is it
first
any
of all,
reason?
the circumcision was given to the children of Israel,
Yeah.
and and nobody says you cannot do it. I mean, if you want to do it, you can do it. You see, everything, circumcision is the same as many things, is not for the benefit of God, it's for the benefit of man. As an
Okay.
example, you know, did Jesus say don't appreciate Saturday? No, never said that.
No.
Jesus, he said, Sabbath was made for the man, not the man was made for Sabbath. So we need
Yes.
to understand that Jesus, he gave us a very deep meaning again of God command. The Jews, they used to be acting like Muslims. They take it literally without understanding what the purpose of it. So it said Saturday is forbidden, that's it. You know, but this is not really what God said. Man is more important than Saturday. Saturday is made for the man. The Jews, they used to abuse even their servants. They make them work 7 days a week. But now by having such a command, a servant, he is equal to the master, he have to rest. So it was a blessing for the poor first before the rich. So when Jews, they practice law, many of them, they take it literally just to follow it blindly without understanding the purpose of it. So for us as a Christians, if you take a piece of your skin or you leave it there will not make you a better person, but it is for your health benefit, not the opposite. So when the disciple, they went to teach nations who they are not Jews like us. So the command was given to the Jews. Well, those are not Jews. Why we want to make a burden on them? And maybe that even will make them not to accept because it's going to look weird for them to do so. So it's not nowhere in the Bible command that all nations should do that. The command in the Bible is for a certain group, which is the Israeli, to do so. Therefore, as long as it's given for them only, nowhere it says that those people, Jesus never said those who join Christianity later have to do circumcision. This is why they were flexible with it. However, this is not what makes you a good person. Jesus made it clear. It's not what go inside your mouth, but what come from your mouth. So the Jews, they fast from certain food. They think that that will make them better people. No, it was just for your health issue. So because what important is not you eating pork or not, it is you not to act like a pig. Is not eating pig will make you a pig.
So one more question. So I mean, in this current modern life, it's really hard to be very faithful to God. I mean, sometimes we may cross the road of faithfulness and then we go into commit sin. So how do we get? I mean, how do we avoid those things?
All of us, we go through a difficult time in our life, all kind of temptation, and you know, you will treat yourself as a horse with good quality, not a donkey. So you are a horse who sometime he runs so fast, sometime he get tired, sometime he is cold, sometime he is hungry, sometime he fell down. So your life is a story like that. But at the end of the day, a good quality horse, he stands on his feet and he keep going. He don't stay in the hole where he fell. So sin is like a hole. Either you enjoy it, and that will make you a cockroach who enjoy the sink you are in, or You are a horse who fell down once, and then you refuse to stay there, and you continue. And time, I believe time can make a human being a better quality if he work in himself. Like, when we are younger, we are more into, life temptation, parties, music, dancing, women, men, whatever, like it depends on your gender. But if life could not teach you that all those things, they are not really a true joy, then you learn nothing in your life and you will be doomed. So a wise person is the one who focuses in the joy which God gave us, and it's a true joy, not the fake one. If you go and if you date a woman and you sleep with her once, twice, 3 times, 5 times, 7 times, then you take, you leave her, you go to different women, then third woman, then fifth woman, then 7 women. A person like that, he will never know what the word love mean. And a woman like that, she will never know what love mean, because simply they don't have love, they have lost. So when you go and you drown with your lost, you are drowned. That's it. You stink, and you cannot even know what joy in life is. So you choose in your life, and who said that most of people will go to heaven? This is not the case. The Bible is so clear that the majority of mankind, men and women, they will go to hell because lust is more attractive. If I go right now, we are going to go. Who wanna go help me and cut the grass for this old woman? She is 80 years old. She cannot cut her grass. And I say the same. Who wanna go with me party for free to drink wine? I'm sure I will collect thousands of people to drink wine for free or to go party, but I might get maybe one or maybe zero to cut the grass of an old woman. So we know what is more attractive. However, this is not important. It's not important really how many people will be saved. It's not important. And I will tell you why. What if my parents, they don't believe in God? I will not even care to cry for them. Why? Because everyone, he have to pay fair payment for his crime. So if you seek fairness, then the one who made a crime against God, it doesn't matter if he is your son, your daughter, your wife, your mother, your dad, they deserve the payment. So if somebody deserves to go to hell, I will never cry for that person. Well, he deserved to go to hell. He did ask for it, and he got what he asked for. So it doesn't matter really how many. What its matter is saving yourself. And how you save yourself is not by, in Christianity, is not just by being obedience to God, is by, let us say, spreading the obedience, because it is going to be very hard for you to be obedience when everyone around you is a disobedient. So it is very important for us to create an atmosphere around us as a Christians where we can be a society of obedience, so we can enjoy it and we can have a safe trip with the Lord until they come and we will meet him.
Thank you, CP. I would connect you sooner. So I would have questions on Bible. Surely I completed Quran as because of you only. I went through your book, that Allah Sense, that book. So I read it. It was really good. But yeah, few things. The format of writing I didn't like, but it was useful. So the few links you have mentioned, those are not opening. But yeah, it was good.
All
Thanks
right.
for that.
All right. Thank you very much. God bless.
Yeah, thank you. God bless you too.
HR, are you a Muslim?
Yes, CP, how are you doing?
I'm fine.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Go ahead. What do you think about our topic? Is Muhammad really a prophet?
I've been listening for a while. I mean,
All right.
there are a lot of things. You were saying that, probably the Quran is the book of devil, but if you look at the Muhammad's life, he had a very nice life, right? He was not a rich person. he did a lot of good things. He was helping people. He helped poor. He helped other people. I mean, if he is the worshiper of devil, then how can he be this kind of good person?
Well, I like what you said, but can we give us reference? You said as an example, Muhammad was not a rich person. Where do you get this from?
Like through the readings, what I learned since my childhood,
I
there are a lot
know,
of
my friend, I know. But you see, I sound on you a person who is like educated, and he is trying to be logical. And logic is that when somebody says something to me, I should check it out. So did you check out what you just said to me, or you are just copying what somebody said to you?
No, I'm looking at, like, for example, it was Mother's Day, Mother's Sunday. Like, I was just looking at some quotes from him. He had very nice things, right, on his hadith, right? If you look at it, he said, the paradise is beneath the mother's feet, right? Something this way. Like, he has a lot of quotes.
Well, I like what you said, but obviously you don't understand what he said. He said that obeying your mother make you go to heaven, but your mother will go to hell.
Yes, it was before him. So even imagine he couldn't help his
My
own
friend,
mother.
how that is a nice thing. How it is a nice thing that because you are nice to your mother, you will go to heaven, but your mother will go to hell. How this is a nice thing? What?
It's not a nice thing on his hand. I mean, on his end, but definitely he he could have easily asked. Maybe he's gonna ask God in the future that maybe he will help his mother to go heaven too. We don't know that part.
No. See, even Muhammad, he says he asked Allah to forgive his mother and his dad, and he refused. Allah, he refused. And Muhammad, he made it clear that even Muslim women, most of them, they are going to go to hell. So now I say to you, being nice to your parents will make you go to heaven, but your mom, she will go to hell. Just because she is a female. So how that is wise? I want to
But
ask
how
you, HR,
is it female that should go to hell?
are you willing to put this, what you see in the screen? Are you willing to
Yes.
put, with my respect to your mother, are you willing to print this and put it in the top of your mother bed?
Let me read it, what it says there.
Mm-hmm.
Is some kind of hadith there, or was it the woman?
Yeah, it's a
reference
hadith. Muhammad, he saw a woman coming by.
Mm-hmm.
He keep looking at her butt until he got horny because he's a nice guy. And then he went to his wife. He forced her into sex, even though she was busy doing leather tanning, which make her sweat and smell, and you can imagine. And he forced her into a sexual intercourse. And then he came back, and now he's accusing the woman that she is evil. She is the devil. She come as a devil, she leave as a devil. So the nice prophet, if Muhammad is a nice man, first of all, is it nice of you, and you are a prophet of God, to keep looking at the women walking by until you get so horny? Is that right?
That's nice, of course.
Okay, but you told me Muhammad, look, if you look at his life, guys, when he said, if you look at his life, didn't you say that, right? If you look at his life.
Yes.
Okay.
He has a lot of good deeds, right? He helped the poor.
My friend, what poor?
You know,
Okay, my friend, what poor? Muhammad, he did not help anybody. First of all, in order for Muhammad to create a community, he have to work a community system. And community system is, well, whoever believe in me now, I'm their leader. I have to take care of them. So now we go and attack the Christian and the Jews. We steal their money, and then we give little share to the poor. But the biggest share come to my pocket. And this is why I say to you, you said that the prophet was poor. How he was poor, and his daughter Fatima, she inherited a town from him, a town, the whole town with the people.
do you have some reference for that one, like a hadith?
Yeah,
or something?
sure, you know. And this is why actually the whole war between the Fatima and Abu Bakr and etc. It was about money more than religion. So when Fatima, when Muhammad he died, Fatima, the caliphate, they stole her money, which is not her money, it's a theft anyway. So if we go, let me see. I'm assuming you know Arabic, right?
Oh no, I don't know Arabic.
Ah, okay. Let's see.
So I'm Turkish, so I don't know Arabic.
All right. All right, this is a hadith here, and this is from al-Bukhari. Let me see if I can find it in English. And here you need to ask yourself, why Muhammad is how his daughter she got all this money, and now after, after Muhammad died, the caliphate, Omar, and the rest of the gang, they they strip her from the money, so they can't take control of it. So here it says, let us see. I'm trying to find the hadith, Sahih Bukhari. Let's see here, tree. Let me see this one here. I have the hadith in Arabic, but I'm trying to find it for you in English because you don't know.
No, just tell me the hadith number, so I'll look at it. No problem.
In Arabic, it's al-Bukhari 3092. 3092, but this is the Arabic reference.
Oh, okay, so is it Muslim or is it
Bukhari?
Bukhari? Okay.
Let me
Thank you.
see if I.
I'll just check it out for my own reference. I mean, there are problems in Christianity as well too. I think all of the religions, I believe that maybe it got changed a little bit with time in the Hadith as well.
My friend, you can find problem with the Christian prince, but you cannot find problem with Christ. So you don't mix things up. So if you can find many things against me as a human being, but you cannot find anything against Jesus, and that what count. So we are talking about Muhammad. We are not talking about you. If I talk about Christianity, we talk about Jesus, not about me. So here we see that Muhammad is a very bad man. He is a thief. He stole a lot of money, and the Muslim, they go around and they tell people that Muhammad was a very poor man, but in reality Muhammad was a big thief. And this is the hadith I just showed you, and here you see it's all from the booty, all from the booty. So now Fatima, she have inheritance, and the inheritance is a town, the whole town.
Okay, let me see.
And this is one of the things, the funny things Muhammad, and they say to us that Muhammad, when he died, he even he gave his weapon to a Jew, his neighbor, so he borrowed money from him. But Muhammad, he killed all the Jews before that. What are you talking about? All those stories are fabrication. As you see now, Fatima is fighting with Omar and Abu Bakr over the inheritance, which is a town. Fadak is a town. A town. So if Muhammad was a poor guy, this is just one of his family member. How in the world The booty, from the booty, she owned a town.
Yes.
So
But he says that he was tying a rock on his stomach because they were that hungry.
no, this is Abu Huraira. Abu Huraira is a person who used to go and tie a rock around his stomach. This is why he accompanied Muhammad, so he can eat for free. He don't accompany Muhammad because Muhammad is a good guy. He accompanied Muhammad to eat for free. Abu Huraira is the same as those many, you find them anywhere in the world, who they are trashy. They are willing to accompany you as long you give them free food. You know? So this is who is with Muhammad. Abu Huraira became a very important figure in Islam when the fact he is nobody except a scam. What kind of a person he go with you everywhere just to eat for free? That's all. So when a Muslim he says to me, look at the life of Muhammad, well, I'm looking at his life. He's a thief. How many caravan ride he did? Caravan. The Muslim they say, well, they lost everything when they left Mecca. That's a false, because when they left Mecca, they left with their all. What they lost everything? Their houses. This is desert. Those Arab they have a house.
That's the
Their
point. Like
houses
he
made
could have
from mud.
easily stayed in Makkah and just, you know, if he's a devil worshiper, he could have easily continue with the, you know, the people in Makkah, and you know, he already had the fortune, right? Because he got it from his wife, and he didn't need to go through
Well,
all
this
these.
is another issue. You just mentioned that he got a fortune from his wife.
Yes.
Okay. Muhammad, he got a fortune from his wife to make himself equal to the leaders. That's the whole point. And now you will notice Muhammad, he did not announce himself to be a prophet until he got rich. Why Muhammad, when he was poor, is not a prophet? And why Muhammad, when he is rich, is a prophet? You should ask yourself as a question. Same time, Muhammad, he liked children. He liked to have sex. He's a pedophile. Why he married his rich wife, who she have 2 husbands before him? She is in the age of his mother. Because she is rich. And that is telling us the quality of your prophet. So if I ask you right now, based on what you know about your prophet, which one he liked more? Young females or women in the age of his mother?
So it seems like he didn't care, actually, right? If you look at his wives, some of them are older, some of them are younger.
No.
He married many older women. He married
Hold on.
many.
Okay. When Khadija she died, at that time Muhammad still is not an important figure. So a woman she asked him, what about marrying Sauda? So Sauda was the second wife. And then right away, when Muhammad getting better now as a prophet, he's getting into the business, he asked for Aisha, 6 years old. We know what Muhammad liked from many hadith as an example.
Yes, but now they are saying a lot of, you know, the preachers in Turkey that actually they were counting the woman's age after they reach puberty. So they're saying that
I heard that, but do you have a proof of that? Those Turkish who say that? Where this is from?
there are so many preachers in Turkey, actually.
I know. It's a business. It's a business, my friend. I know, like
I'm not sure if that's true or not. I don't have the.
No. When somebody want to say something, you have to ask him where you get this from. This is today a second time I hear it. There's someone before you from Turkey too. He said that, but I'm asking you, did you ask them where they get this from?
I need to check that to see.
Okay, bring it to me, and you will see this is absolutely a fraud. As you see here, you know, like Islamic business in Turkey is very, very profitable after the Muslim Erdogan he took over. But you know, we know what kind of business this Islamic business is. Like now, if I go, as an example, this is a very famous preacher in Turkey, Harun Yahya. Erdogan never spoke against him, not even once, until he found out that he is supporting his enemy. And then suddenly this guy is a bad guy. So this is an Islamic TV in Turkey. I like to have a TV like this. Me myself, I want to open a TV. Do you have any connect? No, it's not a cult. This is the guy. He is the founder of Quran and science, all videos in the world coming from his books.
Like, he's like
Quran and
Scientology here.
no. You see, this is Islam. This is the Turkish Islam. Turkish Islam is like this. You cannot find anywhere. It's the same. Dancing and music. They ask Erdogan, how come you are a Muslim now? You don't close the nightclub. His minister, he says, if we do, who is going to pay for your salary? So we know how Turkey is. So when you say to me, a Turkish scholars, well, those are your scholars.
They're professors, actually. Islamic research professors are saying
Okay,
that.
I have an offer for you. Can you arrange a debate between me and the best professor you can get in Turkey?
Yeah, they don't want to do that. That's the problem.
Why? Because simply they are lying. You know, somebody can win a war. Why he don't go to war? Especially if you like war. So those who like war, they will not go to war because they knew in this war they will lose. So when they say such a statement, it's a lie. And as you see here, we have a clear reference. The Quran says it clearly, divorcing women, divorcing children's chapter of At-Talaq. What it says? It says about divorcing children who they never have their menstruation. So how they can say this is after menstruation when they have verses in the Quran saying it clearly? Those children who they never have their menstruation because they are too young, talking about how to divorce them.
No, but they're saying that that's about the woman had problems with the menstruation.
No. You see, you see when somebody says to me, this is about this, I have to prove it. No problem.
They're saying that this verb means that the people, the woman, had never had menstrual cycle before.
My friend, they have to prove it. They have to prove it. Where they get this from?
In the Quran, that's how they
No,
translate
the Quran doesn't say this is about a woman they have a problem.
Which word is that one? So they never.
We can open. Okay, how come all Muslim scholars, the real scholar, not those Turkish who do not know even how to read the Quran, they are saying this is about children. They are too young. 14 centuries, nobody came with such a thing. Suddenly now those who they are farther from Muhammad, they understand what Muhammad and his book is saying. And those who there exist in his time, they do not know what Muhammad is saying.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yes, of course. People are
same time when they say, I will go with you. When they say that the age of somebody, females start after the age of puberty, which is a new trick. I never heard this before. You know, I'm speaking about Islam for I don't know century, but today I heard this twice. I find it very funny because that is very stupid to say, and we can prove it in a 2 seconds from this hadith here to be false. Here you see a story of a guy, his name is Jabir, and Muhammad, he asked Jabir, who is his companion, hey Jabir, why you are in rush? Did you marry a woman or a child? The guy, he made it so clear that I prefer to marry a woman so she can take care of the children who they are orphan of my brother. So here Muhammad is encouraging his man. Look how many hadith, all are the same. And what Muhammad make it here clear, the reason is just to have fun with the child. Here the Muslim translated Jariya as a virgin girl. But if you read a little bit down, you will see the following. I said, my father died having 7 or 9 girls, between 2 bracket orphans. So HR, I want to ask you, when we say the word orphans, are we talking about someone she is 18, 17, or someone is a kid?
That should be kids. Shouldn't be.
Thank you. So he said, I did not like to bring a young girl like them. So what your prophet was asking the guy to do? to marry a kid like them. Correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So those scholars who you call them scholars, they are just a bunch of liars and they have no dignity. You see, there's things I don't respect. I don't respect a believer who deny his belief. Because right away, that will tell me that he is satanic. As an example, if you say to me something, and it's in my Bible, and then I say, oh, it doesn't mean that, and I lie. Obviously, my God is not the true God, because why I want to be ashamed of my belief unless it is a shameful belief, right? And how I'm going to defend something by lying? You say it's not there. I'm lying to who? I'm lying to myself first. So I don't respect this kind of people. So those who you call them scholars, they are just a bunch of liars. And as you see, Muhammad here is encouraging the man, blaming him, why you marry a grown woman? Why you don't marry a child? The guy, obviously, he have a better logic than Muhammad, who was a pedophile, says, well, you know what? I prefer to bring them someone in, can take care of them, not someone like them, which makes sense. But this is telling you, this is not about what they're saying, that the age of, the girl, they were like, after they have their puberty, we count their, just to bring me any of those scars and you will see.
Okay. Yeah, that's what they use as the reference that, back in the days in Arabic lands.
What is the reference? No, what is the reference?
Count the I'm let me look at it and I'll try to find the reference for you.
There's
They
no-
also give the reference of how Muhammad didn't allow certain boys to go to the war, right? The Prophet Muhammad not allow boys to go to the war. So
my friend, a boy in Islam is not a boy no more if he have little hair around his private part. That's all. So, and which mean even if you are 8 years old, and we Middle Eastern we are very hairy, like monkeys. So in a very early age you would have hair in your body. So if you have little hair around your pubic area, you are not a boy no more. And we can prove it in 2 seconds. There's a hadith about a Jewish guy, why he was not slaughtered. Because simply there was no hair about the area of his pubic area. This is a Jewish guy from the tribe of Qurayza. I was among the captives of Bani Qurayza. They, the companion, examined us, and those who had begun to grow hair pubes were killed. So Muhammadan were killing children just because they have little hair around their area. Little hair. You see it? So again, they are lying to you.
And of course, the argument in Turkey, another part is that majority of the people now they're saying that how can we know the hadith was trustworthy, right? It's just
that's even more funny because they are trying to say to you something, they cannot back it up, but what we can back up is not approved. So how Islam is preserved? If you look at all the practice of the Muslims in Turkey, it's coming from the hadith. There's nothing from the Quran. Where in the Quran it says pray 5 times?
Yes, I guess it's 3 times that you need to pray in the Quran.
Okay. But where those scars they get their prayer from? As long the hadith is nobody knows where it's coming from. How they knew?
They basically you can see from your relatives. You see from the home and other people how they were practicing.
No problem. But how you know that? Okay, if I go to Chechnya, I will find Muslim praying different from those who they are in Iran. The one in Iran they pray different from the one in Iraq, and every sect they have their own prayer. Do you put a rock under your head when you pray?
Under my head?
Uh-huh.
Over my head, you mean, or
No, under your head.
I don't put
Yeah,
any
like
rock under my head.
most of the Shia, they carry with them a piece of rock, and they put it under their head when they pray. The people of Chechnya, they dance in the mosque. The Sufi, they pray differently. The Ahmadiyya, they pray differently. Everybody have his own religion.
Yes, I mean, as long as you are, believing the God and then just praying to
No,
God.
but you said
I don't think the movements that doesn't make a big difference. Like it's just all about, praying to God. You can pray in a different way. You can pray in a, little bit different. As long as you follow what you learn, I think you should be okay. I don't find a problem with different people are trying something different.
No, you have to find the problem because the Muslim, they claim that Islam is a preserved. Either it is preserved or it's not. Same time, either we do exactly as the Prophet said, and then you call yourself Sunni, or don't call yourself Sunni, because Sunni mean practicing word by word, act by act what Muhammad said. It's not up to you to make your own way of a prayer. In Islam, you cannot even make your own prayer. You have to say certain words. So all those things have to come from your Prophet. And as long as the hadith is a fabrication, everything is a fabrication there. If I say to you now, when you want to, let us say, in the Quran, speaking about food to eat, correct? And food not to eat. Is that correct?
Correct about what?
Food, like what you can eat, what you cannot eat, right?
Yes.
All right. So the Quran says you cannot eat pork. Is that correct?
Correct.
But the Quran says if you are hungry, you can.
If you're in a situation where it's a matter of death and life, then you can eat, yes.
How come? Why?
Why? Because you're about to die, so that's to save your life.
Okay, but based on this, I can eat a human too. And based on this, nowhere in the Quran says I cannot eat a human.
It doesn't say that. Yes, if you are in a situation where you're about to die.
No. Even if I'm not dying, as long as the Quran never says don't eat a human, does that mean I can eat a human?
Yeah. Of course, there are certain things that you cannot do.
Okay, what if I show you? What if I show you that in Islam you can eat a human?
Islam can eat a human? Show me. I don't know any verse that way. I would like to see it if there is any.
Okay. Let us see. Just to show you how awkward this religion. Give me a second. And even they teach you how to eat him, like, the Muslim have, you eat him differently from eating non-Muslim. Let us see. There's a book, it's called Al-Rawd al-Muriya. Let us see if we can find.
Al-Rawd al-Muriya, is it some kind of Islamic book? Or?
Hold on. Yeah, Islamic books, yeah. Actually, somebody posting the videos for you. Here you go. The video is in Discord, it's posted. The video is there. You can use Google Translation. You will see he's talking about reading the book. He have the book in his hand in Discord. So the book there, and he was showing you what they teach in Azhar University, that how you can eat a Christian or a Muslim. The Muslim, if he's apostate, how you cook him, how you eat him, and the same for the Christian. This is Islam. So, they say to us we don't eat pork, but as you see, they eat a human. They are zombie.
It might be some kind of weird cult, I guess. I'm not planning to eat any human.
No, this is the Sunni. This is the Azhar University. This is the highest Islamic school in the world. The Azhar University.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are like Harun Yahya, I guess.
No. Those are the master of all Islamic all Islamic scholars. If they want to say we are scholars, they have to be graduated from there. So how they are if those are the cult, then all Islam is cult. Yeah.
I don't know. I'll look at those ones, but I'm not sure about that school or
The Quran says to you, it's lawful your wives to you to dig in them as you wish. Do you agree with that?
No, though, of course, the woman's consent is very, very important, right?
No, where in the Quran it says women, it's very important if she
The
agrees.
Prophet Muhammad also said, you know,
Where it
treat
says,
your wife and
where-
everyone very
what?
nice.
Where
There
where
are
it says that? If the Quran says beat your wife, how you treat her
doesn't say
nice?
beat your wife. It's you know, that's being debated a lot, and then people say that verb doesn't mean to beat.
You see,
It's just
you see the hypocrisy today. We see that the Muslims suddenly now everything in the Quran it doesn't say that. It means something else, and the one who come with this is the one who don't even speak Arabic. The Arabic is so clear, beat them, and we have clear evidence. As an example, how Muslim they beat their wives in the time of Muhammad. Muhammad, in fact, he said, "Don't beat your wife the same you beat your slave," which means beat her, but not the way you beat your slave. And this is telling us how much they used to treat their slaves in a very ugly way. They keep beating the slave until they break his bones. Here you see, this is a very authentic hadith. It says that a woman, she came to Muhammad and her clothing were green, and there's a spots in her skin which is greener than her clothing caused by beating. Aisha, she said, I have not seen any women suffering as much as a believing women. Okay, read the whole story. Did Muhammad say, shame on you to beat the wife, or he support the guy? So how they say this does not mean beat? This is just a duct tape. The Muslim today, especially the hypocrite Muslims, they look for me like those women you see them in Korea, women coming from around the world to do plastic surgery. The first time I arrived to Korea, I was walking the street and I was looking, what's wrong with those women? Every woman here is beaten severely. Women in the street, they have a lot of duct tape on their faces, in the eyebrows, in the cheek, around the mouth, in their neck, in their nose. And I was like, what happened? I mean, what? Too many coming from around the world, white, black, Asian, duct tape everywhere. And then I noticed that there is in every building almost, there's a plastic surgery clinic. So that the Muslim today, they are practicing Botox and plastic surgery with Muhammad. We have overwhelming evidence.
every woman in the whole world is practicing that. I think it's wrong,
But you are doing that in Islam, my friend. Okay, hold on. As long as we mention this, is it true that your God himself, he did Botox to Muhammad?
Botox to Muhammad,
Yeah.
The Prophet? No.
No, are you sure? I wish you can bring me your scars so we can laugh together. Well, here we go. According to your God, Allah, he opened the chest of Muhammad and he expanded his chest. Chapter 94, verse number 1. Didn't we open your breast and we expanded for you, Muhammad? According to the story, I can show you the reference to from the hadith. Your prophet have a Botox surgery. Allah, he opened his chest. He took all the material was there and he put it back with improvement.
Is this the one that he actually they wash his heart?
Yeah. Well, this is
Zamzam and then
yeah.
make sure that he.
So why women will not do that if Allah himself he decide to fix his prophet by a plastic surgery?
No, I'm not saying they can't do it if they want to do plastic surgery.
No. Focus with me. Forget about the women. I gave you an example of the duct tape now.
Yeah.
My topic is not those women. My topic is I mean, what kind of a prophet we are talking about? His God himself, he could not fix him except by a physical surgery. If I ask you now, why Allah need to open the chest of Muhammad, what you will say?
Because he was living the life for 40 years, I guess at the time, to just cleanse him, to make sure that he will know one after he becomes prophet, he will be the truthful one. Then he will
That's a
have
very
this.
that's a very good example of prophethood. So now the guy is 40 years old. It's time to do clean up for him. So we open his chest, and then we take his heart and his kidney and his liver and his etc. And then we put them in a dish and we wash them, and then we put them back. And now Muhammad is already prophet. Are you convinced what
Yes.
you just said?
He became a prophet after he was 40.
No. I'm asking you, are you convinced that there is a God? He do need to
God can
open
do it,
your
right? God
chest.
can do anything.
Huh?
God can do anything.
How is God, but he need to do surgery to clean Muhammad?
He didn't need to, but I guess
No. He need to. Don't tell me where you got this from. Where you got this from? He do not need to.
he didn't need to. I mean, like logically, he's God. He can do anything he wants.
You see, logically, but logically, if Allah can do what he do need to do without doing it, well, why he did not do it? As you see, I asked you why Muhammad, this surgery happened to him. You said to prepare him. He was living for 40 years, not a prophet. So what? Did God of Islam did that to Moses? Did the God of Islam did that to Isa? To Abraham? If there's any story about this like this? Nowhere. So here, you have a God, and you have a prophet. And this prophet...
Like God did different things. Like for Isa, right? His birth is a miracle, right? So he did something different.
Hold on.
He
You
was
see,
born without a father, and he did the same thing for Moses.
how come only Muhammad have such a thing happen to him? This is very silly and very stupid, because simply, if I am a prophet of God, and then now I will become a prophet of God, why I need a physical surgery? Is sin something physical?
Yeah, I didn't see the verse, but it seems like it's something physical that he did. Same thing with right? For Isa alayhi salam did the same thing. He's of something physical.
What he did something physical? No,
He
what do you mean?
sent
What do you mean?
angels to Mary, and then he was born without a father.
No. You see, we are talking about Muhammad cleaning him from inside. What is inside Muhammad need to be clean?
His heart.
His heart. So is the heart of Muhammad is so dirty physically?
It's not so dirty, but he wanted to make sure that he washed, so then not even a single drop off.
So is sin can be washed by water?
If God wants, yes.
If God want, I like that. Okay. But what do you mean if God want? I mean, this is this is his heart, and is sin is really in the heart, or it's a metaphorical statement?
It might be. I'm not sure. I don't have.
What do you mean? What do you mean you are not sure? Like
It might be metaphorical, or it might be physical.
Okay. And now, because Muhammad is going to go to heaven, so now we are going to clean Muhammad. And what we do, we open his stomach. And what was in the stomach of Muhammad, according to your logic?
I'm not sure. That story is about his heart.
No, it says no. They open his. They open his belly. Is Muslim heart is in the belly?
It's in the chest, of course, not in the belly.
No, it says here. Read carefully with me. You see the issue. You don't speak Arabic, but it's okay. It says here they open the lowest part of my stomach. Do you see it?
It says my chest was split.
Yeah, they open the lowest part of his stomach.
The lowest part of his stomach.
Is that where the heart of Muhammad located?
It's not there.
No, you never know. I mean, Allah can do everything. You keep
Maybe, I don't know. Of
yeah,
course, God
yeah,
is.
Allah can do everything. So maybe Muhammad, maybe his heart is next to his balls. You never know. I mean, Allah can do everything. Yeah. So what is the purpose of this?
As long as, I mean, the God is capable of doing anything, everything.
No,
So
no, no.
maybe
You see, you're the problem is,
says that my heart was removed and washed with Zamzam water.
and what will happen now if you wash you with Zamzam? What will happen?
So it cleans it up.
And what will happen next? I mean, after that.
After that, it happens. He has a pure heart now.
Pure heart. Okay. Well, you know, if you read this the story carefully, you will find that the reason the angels they came with two dishes. Is that true?
2 dishes.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. You mean I'm not sure. I don't know exactly how many dishes they were carrying.
Okay. Well, in the
They have 2
story,
dishes. Does that matter?
in
One
the
or
in
2?
the story, they came with dishes, and one dish have faith, and the other dish have wisdom. You said to me that God he can do everything. So do you believe
Yeah.
really that faith can come in dishes and wisdom can come in dishes too?
If God wants to send it that way, yes. I mean, He can.
Here we go.
send
See,
it.
God, you know, this God he can do everything. So wisdom now is wisdom is something physical?
The wisdom is not something physical, but if God wants to make it physical, He can.
So now God he make it physical in a dish, shish kebab. So now Allah he send a dish, and this dish have faith. You know, I mean, I don't know what to say. You see, this is hilarious what Muslims they say to us. So guys, if God, he keeps saying to me, if God, but their God, he cannot do anything. If there's any witnesses for the surgery, no. Okay, Muhammad now is wise. After he was wise, he said all kind of stupid stories. So as an example, but let me show you here. Where is the wisdom located in your understanding?
In your brain.
In your brain. Oh. Where is the wisdom of your prophet was located? Do you know?
But at the time, I guess the majority of the people thought the heart was the organ that does it out. But
Okay, here it says Gabriel he cut open the body part of his body between his throat to the middle, actually to his testicle, not chest, and took all the material out from his chest, and then his abdomen, and he washed it with Zamzam with his own hands till he cleansed it inside of his body. And then a golden tray contained a golden bowl full of belief and wisdom. Why Muhammad wasn't a believer before?
this is a believer, but this is too much gold stuff here. Which hadith is this one? Let me just write the number of this one.
This is here Sahih al-Bukhari 7517. So a golden dish full of faith and wisdom. So now, you know, when we see this, isn't it obvious that Muhammad belief is not good? And we need to fix it? Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just trying to read where the thing is. I'm trying to get the screen.
Yeah, I can give you the link if you want, so you can open it from your side. No problem. Here we go.
Oh, it's okay.
Somebody posted already.
Okay, thank you.
You know, when I decide to make a surgery, and the surgery involved two things, fixing your belief and fixing your wisdom, that mean you have a lack of belief and lack of wisdom. Do I agree?
Yeah, definitely. If he needs to add.
Okay, thank you very much, Muhammad.
That's why I think
that
he
mean
made
Muhammad.
it.
I'm not being rude. I'm just saying Well, obviously Muhammad was a fool in this moment because he needed wisdom, and he is not qualified to be a prophet. And Allah made wrong decision, and now he decided. He said to himself, "What I did? Look at this guy. He cannot be a prophet. I need to fix him." So he sent two mechanics. They opened his chest. They took everything off, and now they need to do adjustment. Dish number one, we have to put belief. Muhammad don't have belief, and where we put the belief? In his stomach.
Yeah. But wasn't it in the hadith also that there are a lot of miracles, like when he was a child, a cloud was following him when he was walking in the desert with his uncle.
My friend, all those are stupid stories because the Quran is so clear. Muhammad have zero miracle. How come all the miracle of Jesus in the Quran, but we cannot find those miracles in the Quran? Why? Those are stories written thousand year after Muhammad.
You accept this one, but you don't accept those ones.
No, I accept them all to laugh at them. Who said I don't? I accept every single hadith about Muhammad because it's funny and laughable. Like what you just said. The cloud is following Muhammad. Why?
To just protect him against the harsh sun.
Okay, so the cloud following Muhammad to protect Muhammad from the sun, but Allah did not do anything to protect him from the poison, and he died by poison?
From the poisonous food?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Which one is more important, to get a little bit hot or to get killed?
No, it's a destiny, that's why. Maybe it was time.
It's a destiny. So are you saying to me Allah killed Muhammad by poison?
All of us are gonna die, so he just needs to be
this is not the question. Muhammad died by poison. According to Muslims,
yes.
They believe everything is a destiny. How you will die, how you will live, how you will be born, how many days you will live, everything is destiny. How many sin you commit, how many good deed you do is destiny. So now, Muhammad was killed by poison. Was it Allah conspiracy against Muhammad to kill him?
Allah could have stopped it, definitely, but he decided not to.
No, Allah could not. Allah could not. Because when the woman, she gave him the poison, Muhammad, he said to her, Allah will not allow you to kill me. The woman, she said, he said to her, why you did that? He says, well, if you are a false man, not a true prophet, your God will not protect you. You are just a king trying to take over. If you are a prophet of God, your God will protect you. Muhammad's response was, Allah will not allow you. But this is what happened. Allah allow it, which means the women examination come to be true. Muhammad is a false prophet.
But he didn't die, right? And after he ate the food, he didn't die. He died after a while.
When Muhammad ate the food, his friend next to him died immediately. Then the Muslim, they did for him.
You can see he didn't die, right? His friend died, you said.
Exactly. But the reason Muhammad did not die, because the guy, he died in front of him, so he stopped eating. It's about who was lucky first to eat more and to eat less. Muhammad, right away after he ate the food, they make a hole in his neck and they start sucking the blood from his neck. You can go and read the story. But even that did not work, because later Muhammad he died. Since then, Muhammad is dying slowly. In fact, this was a very horrible death, because Muhammad is suffering miserably. He cannot pray, he can't stand up, he cannot walk, he cannot go to the bathroom. This is even more ugly than death.
Do you have the hadiths number for all of them?
About what?
About that, how they just open his throat and they suck blood out of it.
Okay, hold on.
He was unable to go to the bathroom and stuff like that.
All right, hold on. It's not Allah who tried to save him, it was the Muslims. However, even that did not save him.
Yeah, thank you so much for all your time. I hope I'm not keeping anyone away from joining the conversation.
No problem, you know. You know the story about even the companion who drank Muhammad's blood after that?
No.
Yeah, all right. Let's see.
I'm not sure what the people are messaging there. Says join Shia join. I'm not sure. Someone else trying to join to the group? Or?
Let's see. There's many hadith actually. I'm just trying to find something
Okay, no problem.
trustworthy.
Yeah.
Let us see here. Yeah, I will find it for you.
Yeah, no problem.
There's tons of hadith
thank you so
actually.
much. I don't want to take much of your time, and but thank you for giving me all the hadith numbers. So I'm just gonna go ahead and look through them. But thank you again. So you think that the Prophet Muhammad's life was not a poor, a bad life, because if you think about it, he could have just had a great life in Makkah. He didn't need to do any one of these. He could have just continued to worship,
Well, first of all,
idols.
my friend, your prophet, he continued worship. Idols, nothing changed. Muhammad, Muhammad was trying to make himself a superior king, not only a little town like Mecca. This is why you see in the Quran that in the beginning of Muhammad's life, Muhammad, he make it clear that he was sent only to Mecca and what is around it. But then when Muhammad, he found himself more successful, he said, you know what, I'm a prophet for all the Arabia. And then when he found himself more successful, he said, I am a prophet for all mankind. So Muhammad in his stages depend on how successful he is. This is why it says in chapter 6, verse number 92, Allah, he sent the book specifically to the little village of Mecca, Al-Qura. Qura in Arabic means village. It's a small, tiny village. And what is around it? So Muhammad was a local prophet. There's many prophets at that time. All of them are false, even women in Muhammad time. And Muhammad even took some of their names, like as an example, Ar-Rahman. Rahmanul Yamama, Muhammad, he gave it to his God. The guy, his name is Rahman. He called himself Rahman. As you see, Muhammad, he go through stages, and in the beginning, Muhammad is not violent because he's weak. He cannot kill. They will kill him right away. But Muhammad,
they even called him when he was in Makkah, right? He called him the person, the trustworthy person. The people were asking him to.
That's absolutely false. That's absolutely false. How he is a trustworthy? You see, Muslim, they say things we find it very laughable.
And Amin, they were calling him, right? In
my friend, if Muhammad is a trustworthy, why the Muslims accuse him of stealing underwear?
Stealing underwear?
Yeah.
No,
yeah. I know you are laughing, but I agree with you. It's funny. Chapter 3, verse 161. Those are Muslims. The companion of Muhammad accusing Muhammad that he stole clothing. How he is a trustworthy, and his companion, not the enemy, not the Christian, not the Jews, not the the Arab. Those are his companions saying that the Prophet he stolen underwear.
that this is not for any prophet to take illegally a part of booty.
Yeah, first translation, what illegally? It says yaghul. Yaghul is steal.
Okay.
Yeah. So, how he's a trustworthy and he's accused by his own followers?
I don't know the hadith number, but they were calling him Al-Amin, right? The one that trustworthy person. Even he was doing the deals between the non-believers before he was even prophet.
My friend, before he was a prophet, we have the story of how Muhammad married Khadija. Do you know
Yeah, like
how he married
imagine
Khadija?
he only was married to an older woman.
No. This is not only that. Even to marry his wife Khadija, they made her father drunk. Khadija and Muhammad, they made a conspiracy, and the conspiracy is very simple. We will invite Khadija father, and we will drunk him with a bunch of his friends, and then when he is asleep, we change his clothes and we make him believe that he married Muhammad to Khadija. You do not know the story?
No, I don't know this one.
All right. I will find it for you. So when she she invited her father, and I will let me find an official Islamic website so you don't say this is not trustworthy. Let us see.
So Khadija, the wanted to marry him, and then I guess her dad was not allowing them to get married.
Her dad, because Muhammad is a trashy person, he have a very bad reputation. He don't want to marry him, even though
Because he was
Khadija,
poor, that's why.
even though the Arab, they wish to marry their daughter, especially if she is married and divorced many times, or she is a widow.
Yeah, that's the one part. If you look at it, he married someone, married and divorced multiple times. She's older. He didn't care about it, right? So if you
No,
think
she's
that
rich.
his life was
My
all
friend, she
about
is rich.
marrying young children and having multiples of people and having sex slaves and stuff like
I don't
that.
know
So
what you
it
are
just
saying, but my
doesn't match
friend,
to him.
so why Muhammad he married Khadija according to you?
Well, of course, that she had certain amount of fortune, and at the time, I guess they liked each other and they got married.
So it's not because she is rich?
That's also have to do with it. Probably a certain part of it.
Okay. So do you agree it's okay to make the father of my future wife drunk? And I lie to him, says, when you are drunk, you made me marry your daughter?
It's not okay to do that, but at the same time, he should allow them. So if
I know,
Khadija
but do you
wanted-
agree? Do you agree that I start my life as a prophet by deceiving my opponent and make him believe he married me to his daughter?
That's not okay. So that's why he, I guess, needed that cleansing after age 40.
So now we can wash it by doing a washing machine. So now Muhammad is a good guy just because now we wash his chest. Here we go. I just found the reference, official reference. This is Musnad Ahmad. Actually, this is At-Tabarani. I was trying to find it in a different book. Tabarani. Here we go. I will use Google Translation.
Tabari is
Tabarani, not
445.
At-Tabari. Tabarani.
Tabarani.
Volume number 22. We can find it in many books, not necessarily here only. So here you see that Khadija
Is Tabarani
mentioned that Khadija bint Khuwaylid, she invited her father and wanted him to marry her to Muhammad. So she prepared food and drink, and she called her father and a group of Quraysh. And they ate and drank until they were drunk. And Khadija said to her father, Muhammad ibn Abdullah, proposing to me, so marry me to him. So she married him. So based on the story here, she made him drunk, and now he is not aware of what he is, doing. So she said to him, Muhammad, he want to marry me to him. But the guy did not answer, and he did not say anything. So she took off his clothing. She dressed him as if he is going to a wedding party. And then when he wake up, he said, why I'm wearing those clothes? Why I'm wearing those new clothes? Those clothes I wear only for occasions. She said, you forgot? Yesterday you married me to Muhammad. The guy even took his sword when I go and kill Muhammad. She said to him, hold on. Do you want me to go and tell Quraysh that you were drunk when this happened? So she blackmailed her father. So this is the start of Muhammad's life. His marriage is a fraud. The man did not marry her to his daughter. And those are the references in front of your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And let me post it in Ramble for those who are in Ramble. They can save the reference.
Yeah, Tabarani.
Oh, no.
So this is a Sahih also hadith?
Well, everything in Islam is not Sahih. Have you ever seen in Islam anything is Sahih? The Quran itself, the Quran itself, my friend,
anyway.
if the story is not Sahih, why it's there, why they are quoting it, why they are saying this, what happened? I mean, this is one of the most funny things about Islam. They say to you, Islam is protected, but the second we try to find out anything about Islam, they say to you, it's corrupted. This is your life story. This is your prophet life story. This is where you get all the reference from about anything. All right, maybe we have another Muslim to join us.
Yeah. Thank you, CP.
You're
Have
welcome.
a nice day.
Go ahead, Sarah.
Hello?
Yes, Sarah, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm Muslim, but my knowledge isn't the best, you know?
No problem.
And I've been like questioning Christianity because like I don't know if I should still stay in Islam because of some hadiths, you know?
So you are like thinking to leave Islam, you mean?
Yeah, basically.
But why you want to leave Islam? Islam is a beautiful religion. I
Well, because of some hadith.
saw a rabbi debating Muhammad hijab. He said to him, Islam is beautiful.
Well,
Don't you think Islam is a
I
beautiful
don't know.
thing?
I don't know.
Well then,
I've seen some like hadith
I
and like
will help you to stay as a Muslim. First of all, if you are a Muslim, your husband, he can have 4 women, which means you can take a break from his idiot at least for 3 days, you know? So you can watch TV,
yeah.
have fun, go gossip with your friends, go to Starbucks. What do you want more? Secondly, you can get a free beating. Your husband can beat you, which is it's a bonus, you know? Finally, there's a real man who is going to beat his wife to teach her how to behave, because simply according to Islam you are not mature, you are just a kid. So as you see, Islam is so beautiful.
Yeah.
And the top of that, when you go to heaven, you will be a sex toy, with my respect to you, which is very nice. I mean, you will be so busy. So Islam again is so beautiful. And according to Muhammad, if you go to heaven, but Muhammad said most of women, especially Muslim women, most of them, they will go to hell. So I don't know why in the world you want to leave Islam. I don't understand.
Well, I'm just curious about Christianity, you know?
Okay, but did you decide to leave Islam or not yet?
Not yet.
Sorry? Not yet, okay.
Not yet.
But why
Yeah.
not yet? Before we talk about Christianity, like what is holding you?
Personal issues, you know, because I live in a Muslim country.
All right, I understand. But
Yeah.
like, is it so? It's not because Islam is good, but because it's personal situation.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, I understand. All right, what do you want to know about Christianity? I will be happy to answer you. Go ahead.
Well, my first question is, why should I join Christianity? Like, why is it better? Like, the truth, you know?
Well, it's not because it's better and it's worse. You see, either it's a truth or it's not. Because what is better, what is worse is relative. As an example, if I am a person who like to fornicate and to be drunk, well, Christianity is not good for me because the Bible is so clear that fornicators, drunk, thieves, criminals, hypocrite, they will not enter the kingdom of God. So good and bad is relative to who you are. The one who is a pimp, Christianity is not good for him because simply he will go to hell. So if the word good is flexible, depend we are talking to who. And the word better is the same. Depend on your ethic and what is ethic for you. So if you see Christianity, if you look at the life of Jesus, then you can find out what the Christianity is about, because the Christianity is a Christ. Christianity is not the Christians. Christians are the followers. If they follow, we can call them Christians. If they don't, they are just a Christian by name. So you need to look at Christ and see if Christ is the best to follow, not just better, because better is, as we said, relative. You know, I can meet a person better than this person. So what is that? What I would do now? Follow that person because he's better than this person? No. We need to find the truth, and we are talking about God. So God cannot be compared to any. And this is what we find about Jesus. Based on your understanding or reading about Jesus, can you find someone better than Jesus?
Well, no.
And this is exactly what I'm talking about. You can find maybe a 6 billion better than me, but you cannot find one person better than Jesus. This is what is important. And when we say better, we are talking about a person who proved himself to be good as God, not just good as a man, because there's many good men. The word good is relative again, because all men are sinners. So this guy is sinner less than this guy, is better than this man. But in the when it's come to Jesus, he is good as God, for only God is good. So when we look at Jesus, we look at him as the amazing, perfect person. Even though he come to us in the image of a man, he humbled himself, come to us in the image of man, yet in the image of man, acting as God act. So he never been committing sin. He never did something wrong. He spent his life saving and healing people. He was a living doctor in this earth, but this doctor was God himself. Wherever he goes, people are healed. Wherever he goes, life change. Wherever he goes, everything is better. That is why I believe I should follow Jesus. It's not because he looked like this or he looked like that. Christians don't even talk about Jesus, how he looked like. Only Muslims talk about Muhammad look. Because this is not important. The quality is not in the look. The quality is in the essence of the person. So if I ask you, Sarah, what do you think about Jesus? You said, I did not find better. So what is stopping you from believing in him?
I don't know, to be honest. Like, I'm scared to change religions, you know?
What, you know, why I want to be scared to follow someone is the best of the best of the best. Why I want to be scared?
I don't know, to be honest.
Do you like to get married and have a husband who love you and marry you only you and he never look around? Isn't this the
Yeah.
dream of every woman? Well, this is a Christianity. A Christian man, he marry once, and if he's going to be a loser, he is no Christian. A Christian man, Jesus said, he loved his wife the same as the Christ he gave himself to the church. So in Christianity, the women became equal to the church. The church for every Christian is a holy place. And this is how women for the man in Christianity. So man leave his parents, the Bible say, and he will become with his wife one. That is Christ. Unity, our marriage is unity. Islamic marriage is use and abuse. Women, she sign a contract for sex, not contract of marriage. So, and we can keep going talking about everything: love, harmony, mercy, giving, forgiving, family, every kind of value. You will see that Jesus, he gave you a perfect life. Even though perfect life is a fantasy, you know, it's not exist. Perfect life is not exist. However, if there is two people who truly believe in Jesus, they can have a perfect life, even if their life is not perfect. To explain to you, I can be poor and hungry. I can be poor and starving. Still, I can be a perfect Christian because my faith is what making me quality. Is not how empty my stomach, is not how full my pocket. So a man and a woman, they have a family, they can be struggling miserably. Their life is horrible. They can be cold in winter, hungry, sleep without dinner, and everything is going wrong. Even their health is not good. They will have a good life, better than someone is rich, wealthy, food everywhere, nice house, maid, servants, cars, yet their life is corrupt and miserable. So with the Christ, life is different. The imperfect life with the Christ will be perfect. For he can make you enjoy your life even when you are living a horrible life. I will give you some more example to make it more realistic. I would like you to go and read the disciple of Jesus about their life, how they died. Yet each one of them, he don't believe he is miserable. They believe that they are happy. They believe that they are doing amazing stuff, even though they used to feed them to the animals to eat them. People used to torture them. People, they killed them. They get killed, all of them. Yet they were enjoying being them. Even their life was miserable. It was not good at all. Poor, chased from place to place, hiding, running. They can't even pronounce their face. So yet they were enjoying their life. So I say to you, with Christ, you can have a better life, perfect life in this earth, which is imperfect in everything. If you have a question for me, you like to learn, I will be happy to help you.
Well, the first thing is like, why do Christians have status of Jesus, you know?
Well,
Why do they have them?
I will ask you another question to support your question. Why some Christian they go sleep around? Which one is more important? All of it is, did Jesus says make a statues? No. Did Jesus says make a picture of me? No. So when people they do things, this is what people do. You see?
Wait, so that's not in Christianity?
No, this is not a Christianity. Christianity never said make a statues to anyone. Never.
Because like Muslims use this as a way to defend themselves, you know?
No, Muslim, they have a black stone. They kiss it, they lick it, they believe black stone forgive their sin. So there's a huge difference between someone who is doing something not biblical and someone is doing something in his book. So when Muhammad kissed the black stone, no Muslim can say to me, the Muslim doing that, not the Prophet. So in the case of statues, can you show me where Jesus said, make a statues of Mary or statues of me? Nowhere. This is the sin of mankind. This is a sin. The Bible says it clearly. Make no image in what's up in heaven or down on earth. No image. And the purpose of it is religious purpose. So this is not what God commands us. People, they commit sin. People, they do wrong. However, I say that those who they have a status of Jesus, I'm not going to say they are not Christians. I can say this is not a Christianity. But I cannot say they are Christians because I believe that they believe and they love Jesus. And they have misunderstanding that it's better if we have a statue of Mary. But why I want to need a statue for Mary anyway? She is not our God. That is not right. But this is their understanding. I pray that God, he forgive them. However, This is not Christianity.
Yeah. I thought it was Christianity, but
No.
I guess
When we
it's wrong.
say, Sarah, I want to give you a golden sentence. Anything is not biblical is not biblical. So if the Bible says, Jesus said, make a status for me, then I can say, well, they are right. Jesus says so, but nowhere. The Bible we have command is saying the opposite. Make no image for what up in heaven or down in earth. And the image here is not about art, for the sake of art. No. If somebody making an image of Jesus for the sake of art or even education, I have no problem with it. As an example, if we make a book and this book have cartoon, like cartoon, drawing of Jesus, I don't mind. So children, because the children, they are much visual, they like to see, they can understand better, images kind of stuck in their head. So for the sake of education, no problem. But I am against anyone, going in front of a picture and praying. Well, who is this guy there? We don't even, who is this picture? This is Mary? Do you even have a picture of Mary? So people that do things have nothing to do with what God said. So I want you to remember that you can judge Christianity by Christianity, not by Christians. I can call myself a Christian prince, but I can be a thief. But what Jesus have to do with me?
Yeah.
This is why I say to you, you need to focus on what Jesus said and did, not what a Christian they do. There's many, they call themselves a Christian, they justify all kind of sin. But the Bible is so clear about it.
Yeah.
What else you like to ask? I will be happy to answer you.
Well, where should I start from when learning about Christianity?
Well, the best to start is to go and read the Bible, the New Testament.
Do I start reading the Bible first?
Yes, you can read the Bible. I wanna. Do you have a Bible at home?
No, I live in a Muslim country.
Well, I think still you can get. You do not need to tell me where, but I think there's many organization you can give them your address and they can send you a Bible. However, the Bible now is available online. You can download it to your phone.
Yeah.
In 2 seconds. It doesn't take you time. It's not risky. So you can do this. If you can get an app for the Bible and read in there, that would be good.
Yeah, I will.
And read, and focus very much in what Jesus said, and try to live the word, not to read the words. You see, when I read what Jesus said, I don't read it really, I live it. Like when let us say the Messiah is making a speech. I don't read it. I just live it. I close my eyes. You can play the audio, and you can listen to it, and try to live the moment. As an example, when Jesus says, "I am the truth," I like to think about it. What Jesus mean by he is saying, "I am the truth"? Some they say Jesus is a prophet. Some they say Jesus is a rabbi. Some they say Jesus is God. So which one is Jesus? Well, Jesus, he answered that. When he said, "I am the truth," Jesus told us that he is God. For truth is absolute. Truth never change. Truth is God, for he is the only truthful person ever exist. There's no human being is a truthful beside God. All the truth have to come from God. All prophecies come from God. All knowledge come from God. All creation is coming from God. So when Jesus says, "I am the life, I am the truth, I am the beginning, I am the end, I am the resurrection," I would like to close my eyes and try to listen to it and live so I can enjoy the teaching of Jesus. Imagine myself like as if I am in a movie, but I am a person in that movie. So Jesus now is speaking and I am there. And now I want to know what Jesus is saying to me. So I can play an audio and then I listen, close my eyes, and imagine Jesus is speaking in front of those people and people they are discussing with him. This guy, he said, Jesus said, live the story and you will really enjoy it. Don't read the story, live it. For when you live the story will live within you. And really you will know it better and you will know what the meaning better.
Yeah.
Like, you know, when the Messiah, he said that he is the truth. And he said, no one come to the Father but by me. Jesus told us a very important message, that there is many false prophets, many false teachers. They will say to you, I can save you. Then we need to examine if Jesus deserved the name Savior, why he was called Yeshua, why he was called the Messiah, why he is the Savior. Can really he save me? So to examine that, then we examine the life of Jesus and the ability of Jesus. You heard and you learn even from the Quran that Jesus, he can resurrect people from death, correct?
Yeah.
Well, if Jesus can resurrect people from death, can we call him a savior? Obviously he can, because he can save me from the grave. All of us, we knew that the one who go there, he never come back. Is that correct?
Yeah.
The only one who can bring me back and give me life again is the one who can create life. Do we agree?
Yeah, I agree.
That is Jesus. If you read in Islam, you can search right now, you will find, according to Islam, Jesus, he resurrected 4 people. 4. Including the sons of Noah and Adam. Imagine, back thousands of years ago. So Jesus, he can not only resurrect somebody, he died yesterday, he can resurrect someone like the son of Noah, who died thousands of years ago. How we can explain that Jesus can do so? Well, the answer is very simple. He have the power over life, for he is the one who gave life. So Jesus, when he said, I am the truth, I am the way, I am the resurrection, Jesus proved everything he said. Otherwise, I can say, hey, I am the resurrection, I am the resurrector. People will laugh at me. When I get sick, I take medicine. You know, when I have pain, I cannot heal myself. But in the case of Jesus, he is really the resurrector. He proved it. He is the healer. He proved it. He is the one. He is the creator. He gave life. He, you know, when I say to a blind man, see, and he see, well, I just gave him eyes. He's born blind. I just created a new eyes for him. His eyes is damaged. The one he have, they are damaged. The only way to fix it, to make it work, if I give him a new creation. That is Jesus. So Jesus can make the blind see literally, and Jesus can make the blind see metaphorically. So you, Sarah, I say to you, you should not waste time, for only Jesus can do those things. He can make you, without a surgery, see literally and see metaphorically. Making your heart can see, and making your eyes can see too. And that's how I know that Jesus is my Lord. Otherwise, talk is cheap. There's many false teachers. There's a guy, his name is Ahmad Mirza Ghulam. I don't know if you heard of him.
No.
Well, Ahmad Mirza Ghulam, he is the guy who claimed to be the Messiah. He is the founder of the Ahmadiyya. You heard of Ahmadiyya?
No, never.
Okay. So Ahmad Mirza, he claimed to be the Messiah, and then a bunch of Christians, they come to his door, and they brought him, you know, people who they are in the chair, they cannot walk, people who they are blind, people who cannot mute, they cannot talk, etc. And they said to him, as long you are the Messiah, this is Ahmad Mirza Ghulam, the old pictures. Let us see his image. Here we go. So Hazrat Ahmad Mirza Ghulam, who he claimed to be the Christ, he died because of diarrhea. Literally, he died because
Because of what?
huh?
Because of what?
But he died because of diarrhea. You know what diarrhea is?
Yeah.
Yeah, shit. Sorry. So this guy, he claimed to be the Messiah, and then he keep having diarrhea, and not only that, when he died, he fell down from his bed over his shit. But yet, there's millions of people believe in him. They believe that his guy is the Messiah. He claimed that he was married for 3 years. He's a transgender. So he's a 3 years as Mary, and then became the Messiah. Unbelievable. And then he came with the book and told them that Allah sent him. So anyone can say he's the Messiah. We have to examine what anyone can say. Talk is cheap. But when this guy who he claimed to be the Messiah, he could not even heal himself, and he died literally because of a liquid shit. That is a shitty prophet, and that is a shitty master or teacher. So there is always a way to expose liars, and there is always a way to examine the truth. And this is why Jesus always wins. When he say I am, will he prove what he say?
No.
So do you accept to believe in the Messiah, Sarah?
Jesus?
Yes?
Well, I think I'll still have to do research about it, like more, you know?
All right. Well, the Messiah, he command us to read the books and to search for the truth, and the truth will set you free. So I want you to remember this sentence from Jesus. The truth will set you free.
Yeah.
And that is Jesus. So take your time. Anytime you have a question, you can come to me. But I advise you not to take too much long time, because you never know, Sarah. We might go to sleep, we don't wake up.
Yeah, that's
Salvation,
true.
yeah, salvation is very important, and I don't know. I cannot grant that I will live until a minute from now. So for me as a Christian, I'm not worrying about dying tomorrow, today, next minute. I'm a believer, and I believe truly, truly in every word Jesus said. So, and look, do you notice when the Muslims they speak about Muhammad, they have to say Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. You notice
What?
when Muslims speak about Muhammad,
Yeah.
they have to say Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. When we Christian, we talk about Jesus, he is our God, but we call him Jesus. Why we don't say,
Yeah.
like specific words to praise, etc.? How come we are so like, because Jesus is close to your heart. He don't care to praise him by words. He cares to you to praise him by act. So this is why he says, not everyone says to me, God, God will enter the kingdom of my Father, but the one who do his will. So in Christianity, you do not need to say Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, which means Allah pray on him, which is very funny. God praying on Muhammad, praying to who we do not know. But with Christ, you are so close to him to the point we call him by his name, even though he is our God. When we pray, I don't know if you notice, we Christian, we call God, we call him our Father. Do you know that?
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
one you think it's more lovely? To call God your Father, or to call him God, the scary, Al-Mudallil? I don't know if you know Arabic, scary names in Arabic for Allah. Which one will
Yeah.
make you closer
The
to
Father.
God? To call him Father?
The Father. Yeah.
Father. Allah have 99 names. 99 names. But he is not your Father. Which is obviously mean.
Yeah.
The Quran says Allah, he created the human being and genie just to worship him. وَمَا خَلَقْتَ الْإِنسَ وَالْجِنَّ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونِ. Do you speak Arabic?
No, I don't.
Allah created a human being and genie for no purpose except to worship. The God in Christianity, he created us to be his children, so we can enjoy his kingdom. God do not need worshippers. We worship him because he's our God anyway. But this is not the purpose of his creation for us. He created us because he loved to have us in his kingdom, to be his children. The God of Islam is mentally ill. He decided to create you because he is lonely and he need worshippers, and he find himself unuseful unless there is people they are begging to forgive their sin. So when the Quran says this, Allah, he created all mankind and all genie for one purpose. That is telling us the nature of this God. That is Satan. There is no good in him. All the purpose of his creation, it was for him. Just for him. Entertainment. Do you know what the word
I
selfish
have
means?
another question.
Yeah, but before you give me the question, do you know what the word selfish means?
Selfish.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
What selfish mean?
Like you want it all for yourself.
Exactly, that's Allah. Do you see it? You see the verse in the Quran?
Yeah.
So he did not create you because he loved you. He created you just to be a worshipper. That's it, the whole purpose. In Christianity, you are a child of God. For God, he elevate you. He don't even call him an officer. He don't call you a close person. He calls you a child, my child. And that is what love is about. Which one is you prefer to be? A slave in the house of God or a child of God in the house of God?
The second one.
Exactly. What is the question you have for me? Go ahead.
Yeah, you know how Christians believe that Jesus died for our sins?
Yeah.
Well, why does he have to die for our sins? Can we not repent to him? Like, why does he need to die?
Well, first of all, there's nowhere it says he need to die. This word need does not exist for God. There's nowhere it says he need to die. The Bible says, for God he loved the world, he sent his only begotten son. So God, he wanted to save the world, but God do not need to save the world. Do you understand me?
Yeah.
I was just a second ago telling you that in Christianity we are children of God. So because we are children of God, God, he loves us very much. And because you are a child of God, God, he want to save his children. He don't need to. He don't have to. But because his love is amazing, he would love to do so. It's like you know, I don't know if you are married or not, but if you have a child, if you get married one day and you have a child, do you have to feed your kid or you love to feed your kid?
I have to.
But you don't love to?
Well, I'd love to.
You see,
Both.
you have to because you love to. Otherwise, he's not you. If he feel hungry, you don't feel it. But because you love your child, you have to. So love comes first. It's not need.
Yeah.
If you don't love a person, you don't have to do anything for that person. So if your mom, she is sick, you would love to take care of her. But you don't have to unless you love to. There's many women, they are sick. There's many women, they are disabled. Do you go and serve everybody? No. But because she is your mom, you go wash her dishes, do her laundry, give her food, clean her house, even though it's too much work, but because she is your mother. So because you have a close relationship to this person, and this person is a special person to you, then you volunteer, and then you say, I have to, but this is I have to based on volunteer. Nobody can force you. That is God. God, he love to save you, but he don't have to. But because his love is way more powerful than all the sin you have. He forgive you and he love to help you. That's what Jesus came to do so. So the Bible says, for God he loved the world, he sent his only begotten son to save the world. So it's not about he have to, but because he love you, he came to do so. And it's not the crucifixion of Jesus will save me. You see, Christian, they say things, and Muslim, they understand it differently. Like we say, we are saved by the blood of Jesus. So people now will think, oh, if Jesus did not die, he cannot save me. No. Jesus in the Bible, we have tons of examples. Jesus forgiving people's sin long before the cross, long before his crucifixion. Go and your sin is forgiven. Jesus says to the Jews, which one is easier to say? He was reading their mind. To say, go and your sin is forgiven, or to say to him, take your bed and walk. So Jesus forgives sin. Doesn't matter if he's on the cross or not, for he's God. Doesn't matter if he's on earth or in heaven, he's God. So when we say the cross of Jesus is so important for us, that's because this is the most amazing thing the Messiah did. He don't have to, but he loved to. He accepted even the cross for the sake of making us believe in him. So this is what we mean by Jesus' death we are saved, because that confirms who is he, how much he loves us. This is the maximum. If somebody, I can say I will die to protect you, but when something go wrong, I might be the first one who run away. But you know that somebody he love you really very much is he really died for you, correct? There's no way any more proof more than this. So Jesus, he did die for the sake of saving us. He did not come and say, hey, Christian, kill me. I want to show you I love you. No, this is not what happened. He come to teach, to preach, to save, to show them the truth. And then the people, they choose to kill him. It's not Jesus. He called them, hey, kill me. This is not a movie. This is not a drama. And then even when Jesus died on the cross, Jesus again, he proved who is he by resurrecting, or the resurrection from death. So Jesus again is the one who is the truth. Even the grave could not contain him. No grave can hold him. That is Jesus. So not only he raised people from death, he himself, he went to death and he came back. So we have additional proof of who is Jesus.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, that's it. Thank you.
Well, I am happy to have you, Sarah. You sound a very decent lady. And I asked the Christians here to pray for our sister Sarah, so she might accept Jesus and be saved very soon. And I say to you, truly, truly, I say to you, before Abraham, I am. Jesus said. So the one who said, I am from above and you are from below, he is the Messiah, and truly he is above. So we pray that Sarah, she will be accepting Jesus soon, so she will live with the one who is above, and she will not belong to those who are below. Those who believe in Jesus, they will live in the kingdom of God, above. And those who refuse him, they will live below. And everyone goes where he belongs. Thank you, Sarah. If you want to say anything, the mic is yours.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Wait, do I leave? Like,
You are done? You want to say anything more?
no, that's it.
All right. Thank you very much. Take care. And feel free to join me anytime if you have questions.
I will. Thank you.
All right. Take care. More and more Muslims, they are leaving Islam. And, like here you see that the difference between the one before, the guy from Turkey, who he was trying to duct tape. Like, the Quran doesn't say beat them. But, I mean, that's very, very weird. that now suddenly in 2024 we have a new meaning for the word beating, and suddenly we have a new religion, a new understanding for the Quran. Look like the Muslims for centuries, they do not know what Islam is about. And those who come today, they decide to make Islam a moderate cult. Suddenly there's no beating, suddenly there's no jihad, suddenly there is no bloodshed, suddenly there's no slaughtering, suddenly you know, so duct tape and Botox. But you know that this is all will not work, not with us. Do we have any Muhammadan would like to join us? How many hours we are here now? I think we have more than enough. Oh, 3 hours. That's too much. I wasn't planning to stay 3 hours actually. So guys, I want to say thank you. As you see, not many people came, and I'm expecting that. It's very, very funny that, I know, I think people, they want entertainment. If you open your camera, even if you are a kid, you have more viewers. But knowledge and reference and real education obviously is not important these days. Even, you know, me, when I try to watch a video, let us say, about outdoor, you can't even find one decent outdoor. If you type outdoor, you will see a woman wearing nothing in the door of her tent. She have 3 million view. 3 million view. She is naked, showing her butt in YouTube. And YouTube don't take down her video. And my video stay there for a month, 2 months, 3 months. I will not even have the clicks this whore she have in 15 minutes. So I know how it is. I know that mankind are corrupt. I know that people are after sex, after money, after funny stuff, after laughing, after entertainment, but they are not after God. However, quality, not the quantity, is what is important. The Messiah, he have 12 disciples, and one of them he betrayed him. Yet he was able to change the world. Quality, not the quantity. Those who focus on the quantity, their focus is wrong. And I am not focusing in the quantity, but my focus is how we can save as many as we can from the deception. My focus is how we can make more people see, watch, and learn so they cannot be deceived. So the quantity here is not my focus, but the quantity of those who they are being saved is the focus. Otherwise, as you know, the view doesn't make any difference for me. I do not monetize my YouTube, and I will never do so, even though they keep sending me email to do so. I don't want their monetization. I like to live free, not under their control because of their money. And we got no benefit from view. No benefit. Nothing. It doesn't matter really if I have 5 people watching or 10,000 watching. The only thing matter is how many people learned something useful, truthful about Islam. Not only about Islam, about even our life. I will try to make more videos about personal lives issues for people that struggle with many things in life. Maybe we can help some by sharing our opinion. I don't claim to be the person who have the wisdom, but I can claim that the wise God can guide us into wisdom. So we pray that the Lord always will guide us into wisdom and will make us do what is better for all of us. So I want to say thank you for being here, and until see you again, maybe tomorrow, maybe 2 days from now, we will see. Until we see you again, God is good, so is Jesus. I mean to that.